Sure, watching football is fun, but it's much more entertaining when you have some action on the game, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen. You've heard me talking about this for weeks, and some of you are still on the sidelines. Whether you're an expert or rookie, you should be betting at MyBookie. If you're the kind of guy that likes to bet a little and win a lot, like playing the numbers on roulette, you can create a big parlay or even play the slots. Pick 3 bets to win, and if you hit all 3, you could turn $100 into $600, $200 into $1,000. There's so much to bet on. College basketball, which we have an incredible conversation about coming to you just in a few minutes. We got football. We got college football. We have reality TV. We have table games. There's so much to gamble and win on with MyBookie. I recommend this site because I really trust them. MyBookie has been in business for years. They've got great online reviews and their mobile site is easy to use. Sign up this week and MyBookie will give you a 50% deposit bonus to jumpstart your bankroll. It's a great way to bank even more money when you win. Also, make sure to follow at BetMyBookie on Twitter. They personally respond to every single mention and DM. Not to mention they've given away more than $10,000 in free money to their followers this football season. You'll be the first to know as soon as new odds and props are posted. Don't miss out on one of the best weeks to bet on sports this year. Log on to MyBookie right now and use promo code PAT and get 50% deposit bonus. That's promo code PAT. You play, you win, you get paid. And when you get paid, you need to take care of yourself. And there's one company that takes care of all of your needs in the bathroom, and that's Dollar Shave Club. I love that Dollar Shave Club has everything I need to look, feel, and smell my best. What I love even more is the fact that I never have to go to a store. Hate that. Everybody knows I'm a homebody. Hate the goddamn store. That's because 1, DSC delivers everything I need right to my door, and 2, they keep me fully stocked on what I use so I don't run out. Here's how it works. Dollar Shave Club has everything you need to get ready no matter what you're getting ready for. They have you covered from head to toe for your hair, your skin, your face, you name it, they have it. And they have this new program where they automatically keep you stocked up on the products that you use. You determine what you want and when you want it, and it shows up right at your door. From once a month to once every 6 months, it's all up to you. Plus, with their handsome discount, the more you buy, the more you save. Mm-hmm. And right now, they've got a bunch of starter sets you can try for just $5, like their oral care kit. After that, the restock box ships regular size products at regular price. So what are you waiting for? Get your starter set for just $5 right now at dollarshaveclub.com/America. That's dollarshaveclub.com/America. Welcome to the show. It is Tuesday, November 13th, and I'll tell you what, we got a heater for you. I sat in this studio for 3 hours and had the boys come and go as they please. We had conversations about everything from the NFL to me getting slaughtered by MyBookie this weekend with my gambling situations to AQ Shipley talking about big Quenton Nelson doing the screaming pool that you had to have seen a video of from this past weekend. We talk about college basketball. We talk about everything, even the PSU Jerry Sandusky scandal. Go ahead and stick around for that one. You're going to enjoy it. We appreciate you so much for fucksing with us. Tell your friends if you've enjoyed the show. And right now, if you hear this, go ahead and tweet at Ty Schmidt, at Evan Foxy, and at myself, and tell us exactly what you are wanting for Christmas. Whoever has the most hilarious response to a gift that they're looking for Jesus' birthday, or Hanukkah, or
Kwanzaa,
or whatever the Mormons celebrate, or whatever the Scientologists celebrate, or any of the other religions. You send us what you're looking to get this holiday season, and if you make us laugh, there's a good chance you can win some merch. We got merch coming out on Black Friday that you're going to love. Other than that, thank you so much for fucksing with us. I hope you have an incredible Tuesday. Let's get this thing started. All right. Been joined by Diggs and Zito. Ty, Foxy, and Gator are in the back. Zito, you look fantastic.
Thank you very much. New shirt.
I like that shirt a lot.
Yeah, I think it was like on like the mannequin where they like the Jordan section.
I don't know if it was.
I think it was.
What do you mean? What are you saying, Diggs? I like it a lot. He's wearing a t-shirt hoodie, basically. That's a Jordan t-shirt hoodie. And on the back, it just says a bunch of things about the Jordan brand, basically.
I don't like the placement of the Jordan on the front.
Well, it's definitely like a high fashion hipster shirt that you wouldn't expect Zito to wear, but I think you look good.
$15.99.
You went home this weekend?
Yep.
How was it?
I went home for my sister's baby shower.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was 6 hours long. It's not beautiful.
Is that not what I don't? Or do dudes go to baby showers?
If you're family, yes.
I think it was your sister.
What's that?
I think if it's your sister, you go.
Really? Because I don't think I've ever been to a baby shower. Now that I think about it, I don't get invited to a lot of things.
So if you think about it too, so I was like sitting there for like 6 hours, and I was starting to think, and I was like, we're here to celebrate like my sister like having sex
Successfully.
successfully. Yeah.
Yeah. All the other times that she's been fucking around, it was all practice for this particular one time where the old baby ended up in there.
And that was weird for you?
It was really weird to think about that. Yeah. I sat
At what hour did you start thinking of that?
4.5.
4.5 hours in?
Yeah. I was literally, it was just after like the lunch came in, and I was like eating, and I was looking around. It was like all ladies there. I'm like, these guys are just celebrating my sister having sex. Those fucks. I was so mad.
Did you tell her that?
No, I couldn't ever tell her that.
So you just let it out here?
Yeah, this is like the spot I let go.
I saw
therapy.
a picture of your mom on Instagram. She does not deserve any of the things that pink eye Nick says to her.
That's why he has pink eye.
That is. It's
It's
all
karma
it's
at its
karma.
finest.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bears look like they're a good football team too.
Really good. Khalil Mack finally came back.
That's got to be exciting, huh? The guy took 4 weeks off, got a couple sacks real quick.
They're really good on defense.
They are.
I think that was like the best case scenario. Just let them rest for those like 3 weeks.
I don't trust them on offense, but they're really good on defense.
Yeah, it was a huge football weekend, Diggsy. I got slaughtered.
I also got
This is my biggest loss I've ever had in my history of sports gambling.
Really?
I was on a heater too. I really thought my brain could do no wrong.
Yep.
You know what got me though?
Huh.
Kansas City Chiefs not having a money line.
They didn't have one because the spread was too high.
Yeah, there was no money line for the Kansas City Chiefs. Normally, that's where I start my gambling day on my bookie. I go right to the Kansas City Chiefs money line, no matter what it is. I'm like, boom, there's a start. There's a W to start. And then it kind of just gets me in a good rhythm. Instead, I'd rely on player props. That I thought were locks. That I thought were locks. And no. I thought the Arizona Cardinals were going to double up Tyreek Hill, get Patrick Peterson and Antoine Bethea maybe on him covering those up. They chose not to do that. So Tyreek Hill took all the receptions from Travis Kelce, who I thought was going to get a bunch. I bet on Patrick Mahomes. I won those. But I was in a bad. The Patriots money line too got me. I mean, that's everybody told me when you're betting on money lines, Pat, it's going to get you. It's going to get you, Pat, when you bet on these money lines. All you need is one underdog to win, and it's over. Well, it fucking got me. And it came in the form of the Tennessee Titans at a minus like 500, I think, or minus 2, maybe 230 or 2. It was huge. I lost a lot of money on that. Then I tried to make up for it Sunday Night Football. No big deal. Philadelphia Eagles will definitely handle business against the Dallas Cowboys. They'll definitely score more than 27.5 as well. At home, primetime football. Carson Wentz is back. Jack Golden Tate's in the locker room. Here we go. Nope. What the fuck happened?
We're 10 weeks in, and the teams that'll fuck you are those middle of the road teams. Like you don't know if they're good or they're bad, and they'll upset people. They'll lose to teams they shouldn't. It's a recipe for disaster. I got also cleaned out.
I got Diggs. You put a tweet out that was hysterical. You said Sunday morning you got to check your credit.
Oh, the bank account?
Yeah, you said you have to check your bank account like you're checking your grades or something. Like,
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's never going to be good, but it's something you kind of have to know to see how you did.
Yep.
Monday morning, I had to go check to see how I did. And I was like, oh, my God, I got decapitated in the sports gambling
The
business.
Browns fucking blowing out the Falcons destroyed me.
I took Browns plus 5.5. I did. I don't like the Falcons much. I saw Matt Ryan throw a Hail Mary against us, and he was 25 yards short. And ever since then, I just have no faith in the guy. I don't know why.
I didn't know that fucking Baker woke up feeling dangerous. I had no idea. If I knew that,
buy the merch. But it might not be for sale anymore. We might have got cease and desist. But yesterday, we had an incredible
really good shirt.
Really, really good shirt. And a good mug.
Yeah.
Can we just call it limited time edition
Limited time.
or limited edition sweater?
Until it gets cease and desist.
Yeah. So don't ever say it's season to desist.
You know,
Just say
I got a
limited
lot of
edition.
people telling me, like, did you give Baker his cut? And I'm
Oh,
like,
motherfucker.
yeah, but I kind of feel as if we should send him something.
He's fine.
We just send him a sweater.
So yeah, send him a sweatshirt.
He did just sign for like $17 million.
Yeah,
or
he's
something
fine.
like that. He's in a really good spot. I appreciate, but he did give us some real ammo there with that incredible quote. I feel like he knew it too. As soon as he said it, he got that little smirk.
Oh, yeah, he knew.
And it's an incredible quote too. I woke up feeling dangerous, bro.
And
That's a wrestling line.
The media with their fucking laughs, like, oh, what does that mean? I hate local fucking
Antonio
media.
Brown does too, bro. He came into the stadium flipping him off and then ran over some security.
Well, yeah, Pittsburgh is the worst local media. And Antonio Brown was just excited to go to the game.
That's all he was. He just wanted to get in there.
Yeah, no
What are your takeaways from the NFL Week 10, Diggs?
My takeaways is that Aaron Donald is an absolute animal, and he's the least likely person that I would want to meet in the back alley.
Out of all the humans on Earth,
All the humans on NFL Earth.
Aaron Donald more so than anybody else.
Yes, it used to be James Harrison, but he's retired.
That video of Aaron Donald putting his helmet on with no shoulder pads, going to war with old Cuzzy Britt, I believe, from Seattle
Yes.
Seahawks, number 68. He dapped up a guy too. He dapped up the Seahawks D lineman, was like, "What's up, Cuz? Hold up, yeah, I'll talk to you in a second. I gotta go beat up one of your old linemen." And then walked right into the middle of it and grabbed a guy by his face mask. And we're not talking about a little human. We're talking about like a 6'7" NFL offensive lineman. Grabs him by his face mask and I don't know what he told him, but I assume it rhymed with "go luck yourself." I don't know.
He didn't have any pads on, and he just had like his Under Armour type thing on, and you could just see he doesn't have any fat on him. He's definitely, I don't know, 3% body fat as a defensive lineman.
He's so good at football too, that guy.
He's unbelievable.
That's why him and Sue. That's why I feel like that team's tough to beat, because if they want to turn it on, like that's why I was so confused by the Saints. Now, granted, the Saints though, they might the conspiracy.
Saints are really fucking good.
They look unbelievable.
But they just signed Brandon Marshall, so we'll see if Drew Brees' voodoo is stronger than the Brandon Marshall curse.
Do you think it is or no?
I think they're going to get in the playoffs. I think
Brandon
they would have
Marshall
to lose out to not get in the playoffs.
Brandon Marshall, 11 years in the NFL, right? And never made an appearance in playoffs.
Correct. I wrote
Pro
it all.
Bowler too.
Oh yeah. He's a top 5 receiver for a long, long time.
They signed Dez. Dez tears his Achilles. That's terrible, by the way.
Yeah, all the Saints were treating him like he died.
I think they want him to come back next year. I think they
Yeah,
want him
Sean
on.
Payton did say he wants him back.
Yeah, they want him to stay on the Saints again for next season. They're like, yeah, this is all a recruiting ploy by the Saints. Like, yeah, we want him back on our team. That Achilles comes out of nowhere, by the way. That really is sniper on the roof.
I think it's probably the worst injury you could possibly have.
Is that like 6 months
It
too?
just feels it's longer.
I think it's
than 6
longer than
months.
that.
Yeah, it's like
closer
9
to
months.
a year.
Yeah.
probably.
Longest injury.
Comes out of nowhere, too. I watched Vic Ballard. It happened to Vic
Yeah.
Ballard in a practice.
That's when it rolls up, right?
It happened to a receiver in the Packers-Dolphins game, too. He was just, like, real quick, and you could tell right away he's done for.
It's a real sniper on the roof. I had one season where my left Achilles was hurting me bad.
Yeah.
Every time I planted, it hurt. And I would like have the conversation with the athletic trainers. I'm like, is this thing just going to fucking pop out of nowhere? Is this going to happen? They're like, no, we think you just have like a little bruising around
Okay.
it. I'm like, oh, okay. That makes me feel real good. Every time I would go run for a kickoff, I'm like, well, this could be it right here on the plant. And I'd kick. I'm like, thank God. And I took like 2 months off and I started doing all these exercises trying to strengthen up my Achilles. There's no strengthening your Achilles. It either happens or it doesn't. That's why people saying like Des Bryant comes in out of shape. It's like the Achilles is hard to keep in shape. It's not something you do, you know? It's a shame.
Also from the Rams Seahawks game, I don't understand why everyone's giving balls to fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Because he looks like a kid.
I don't know. Maybe give it to the fifth grader. The fifth grader who's like 10 rows to the left, who can maybe, I don't know, read or something like that. Like
Did you
maybe
guys,
he needs a ball.
Wow, Diggs taking a shot at his literacy. What's up, Foxy?
Did you guys see at the end when they won the game, they clinched the game, they showed McVay in a slow-mo, like,
Let's go,
yeah,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so
He's the
awesome.
He was real excited to get that win. Real
He's the
excited.
man.
I'm a big Sean McVay fan.
I like the Rams.
Also, man, McVay, Phillips, Goff, I believe, they all got kicked out of their houses in
Yeah.
L.A.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's insane.
Scary, man.
Crazy.
Now, in the Bible, right, they say the world's going to burn down.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
It's a scary thought because Gerard Butler took a picture of his house. And
That
it's
was
just
wild.
Completely burnt down. You don't think about it until you put a face to the right. Whenever they're burning Napa Valley, I'm not a huge wino,
Yeah.
so I don't follow a lot of people maybe that are up in Napa Valley where those fires happen. But you do see the people that are in LA. You see them all over your timeline everywhere. And whenever they're just like Whitney Cummings, comedian.
Yep.
Sam's a big fan of hers. She was walking around Malibu, like trying to get animals out, like free animals.
Yeah.
And there was just houses and barns just burnt to the crisp. Like we're talking $20 million houses just burnt down to nothing.
Is there no warning at all? It just happens?
I don't think you can stop it either.
I think it's so fast. Like they were saying, like it jumped the highway pretty much.
I think there, for some reason,
It was-
60 in my head, 60 something a minute or a second.
I was
60
seeing-
yards a second, maybe.
I was seeing 800 yards a minute. I thought I saw.
Yeah,
I don't
something
even know
like
what
that.
that means.
The fire's
fire's
just
moving.
just moving.
They
How-
said-
Well, it all depends on the wind.
Yeah. And apparently there was a town too, Paradise, California. Whole town's gone now. The entire town burned down.
That's fucking insane, and there's nothing you could do about it. Nothing you can do. Wade Phillips' house is burnt down, let's assume. I don't know that. But to be able to handle that, especially McVay, who's like 32 years old head coach, having that type of handle, plus a community presence, right? The LA Rams are LA's team. So you are expected to be a representative of the city whenever that thing happens. And I think they handled it very well. Very much T's and P's to Los Angeles. We're going out there this week.
Yeah, we'll be there
Fox and I
tomorrow.
are flying out there this week. And it's like, I wish I could go and help somehow. I have no idea how I help. I don't think I'm the right guy to go in there and help, but it's like such a sad situation that you watch from afar. You're like, there's nothing we can do here.
You just have
Nothing.
to let it take its course, pretty much.
Nothing. It's like watching Andy Dalton try to take on Drew Brees. Hey, the Saints are unbelievable.
So good.
I thought they were gonna have a let-up game. That one didn't work either.
Thomas Morstead, 0 punts. 0 punts.
Did you ever do that?
No. I never did.
Really?
Everybody told me I was going to, too, because Hunter Smith had like 3 straight games whenever he was punting for the Colts. That Peyton, when I got there, Peyton's offense slowed down a little bit. You know, I don't know what it was. I think they wanted to showcase me, which is very nice of them. But I asked Thomas Morstead, I sent him a quote. I said, any quotes about the no punt game in Cincy? He goes, nothing that will make a headline. Just love this team. Been fun this season and last season. What a fucking boring quote. I love Thomas. He's probably the best pure punter in the game. But
He
him,
held a lot.
he had to get him off of 6 too. Laces were at 6. He flipped those around to 9. Yep, 9 o'clock, which was a good hold. I was waiting for the announcers, the commentators, to say something about that.
Did they?
About it. Well, they were making fun of him for not punting, and then he went out there and held, and a ball was snapped right at 6, and he moved it to 9. I thought they were going to say, well, he has to get the laces all the way to 4. It's like, no, actually, just getting it off the foot is a successful story there. That's the long snapper's job. The long snapper's job is not to snap the laces straight back. I think I'm going to start telling people, I hope you kick the laces, by the way. I think it's going to be like a shot I'm going to start taking to people. You know, somebody says something like Sam Roberts at the NXT
like it.
TakeOver. He says something, I'll be like, I hope you kick the laces.
How about the Browns punter? That commercial.
Oh, Electric City, isn't it?
Colquitt.
If I ever go to Cleveland, I'm using Solar Power Home. Whatever it's called, it's incredible. The Cleveland Browns look like a good football team. Got the whole week off from old head coach
I know.
Greg Williams. That's awesome. Good for them.
Chiefs, Tyreek Hill going in the stands, operate the camera. Awesome. I thought it was genius. If it's that genius, I don't think you should get a penalty.
No, the refs should have respect for that.
It's genius.
How the refs are allowed to make judgment calls on whether or not somebody lowers their head. The refs are allowed to make judgment calls on everything. How can the refs not make a judgment call in a celebration and be like,
Like him going into the stands to film his players, his teammates celebrating his touchdown? Genius.
genius.
He could literally add that to his resume now.
Yes.
Camera operator
Camera
in the
operator,
NFL?
yes.
Yeah.
CBS NFL camera operator. That got on the air, by the way, more than probably anybody else's camera
Yes.
footage. Also, shout out Tyler Allen for the brand guy right in the middle of the show.
That who it was?
Yeah.
It was a perfect shot.
Perfect. Perfect. We're sending him a bunch of merch.
Yep, he was fired up.
Yeah, we're sending him a bunch. He sent me a picture, I guess, before the game.
Yeah. Yep.
That he was going in. And
He's not even a Kansas City fan. He just had the red shirt. That's what it was like in that post.
Really?
His wife is the fan.
Who's he a fan of?
I don't know.
I actually don't. I did see his address wasn't anywhere near Kansas City, so I was confused. As
He
well.
should be a Kansas City Chiefs fan after this. He's in the middle of one of the best celebrations in Kansas City Chiefs history. That was absolutely fucking awesome. I still don't know what state Kansas City's in. I still don't know. Is that Missouri?
Missouri. Yeah, we looked it up.
So they're the Kansas City, Missouri Chiefs.
Yeah.
Thought so.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he first did that and swung it, I thought he was putting the viewfinder on the For the Brand shirt. I was like, oh shit, we're about to get it on national TV.
Tyreek, zoom in, cousin. Zoom in. I liked it a lot. Tyreek Hill, they're finding ways to just give him the ball. It's insane. They did more end arounds and more.
Oh, yeah.
He runs backwards. And then it's like a kid on a playground with other children that are younger than him. That is what Tyreek Hill looks like. He runs backwards and then around and then just does it. He had a 6-yard gain that he might have ran 400 yards.
The right flat, the one in the right flat.
Yeah, where he was just running. He is the most explosive player to ever come into the NFL. I've been saying it for literally years. The most explosive player to ever come into the NFL. Like a light switch can just change the game anytime you want. He gets in a phone booth, he can get out of it. He is insanely talented, and he brought the For the Brand shirt right on national
Yeah,
TV.
he's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the last game I want to talk about was the Colts game. And the reason why
Let's go, Ebron, fucking animal, bro.
I'm happy for him. I'm
Oh,
over
are
the
you?
Detroit.
Oh, are
hate.
you?
Yeah. I'm very happy for him. Didn't work in Detroit. Glad it's working. Because when we drafted him, everyone hated the pick. And I was one of the guys, a Lions fan, that's very positive. I'm like, guys, give him some
A
time.
Lions fan that's very positive.
Yeah,
What
'cause
a
there's
paradox.
There are none out there.
Okay.
And now he's doing so well.
He's crushing.
He's
right now.
destroying it.
He had, what, 3 touchdowns this weekend?
Yeah.
Luck's thrown 3 touchdowns in the last like fucking 5 games,
He looks like he's unstoppable right now.
and he hasn't been sacked in the last 3 games, which is wild.
Quenton Nelson, Big Q.
Okay, but this is why I brought Zito in here.
Okay, good.
Okay. So Zito, this is why Zito's the absolute best. He writes a blog all about linemen not getting enough credit.
We're blogging now, by the way. We're bloggers.
Okay. And this is Zito's blog. Disclaimer, I'm not made for the blogging world. I was sitting at my sister's baby shower watching football highlights on my phone.
By the way, which we learned is just a celebration of his sister getting porked.
Correct.
Yep.
And was thinking
She
you
doesn't
never
deserve
see
that.
any
She doesn't deserve
recognition for linemen. The news outlets always talk about the glorified positions, but not the players who protect all of the star players in quotations.
This is like reading somebody's essay, by the way.
I'm putting my foot down and will start weekly awards for the best lineman of the week.
From Zito.
That's the best I can do to put the gridiron trench crew on the pedestal where they belong.
Yep.
First nominee, Quenton Austin.
How'd you get his name wrong?
It's spell check.
Fucking Quenton Austin.
Nelson goes to Austin?
Something's wrong with my MacBook.
The most
I don't know.
Zito thing of all time is he's going to highlight the best lineman of the week because they're not represented enough. And he spells it, not even spells it. Quenton Austin is his name, not Quenton Nelson.
That's incredible.
Someone said Austin Powers or something. It was in my head.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The most Zito thing of all time. I fucking pissed myself.
I'm going to
when I
bring
saw it.
attention to these guys who get disrespected on daily. I'm going to call this guy by the wrong fucking name.
Unbelievable, not even close.
I did that with a For the Brand video yesterday.
Big Q does not deserve that, by the way.
Bro, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
By the way, we do not want to offend that guy.
Not
Animal.
Anybody that's screaming around like a lunatic. I'm
Is
talking.
he screaming for?
We got a conversation with AQ Shipley here in a couple of minutes. Going to ask if that's a normal thing for him to be screaming like that, coming around pulling around and just killing that poor guy. Church had no idea. I put out a
Poor
tweet.
Barry. We played against him.
Barry Church from Penn Hills.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad for all of them, by the way. I put the tweet out that was a real thing. Like, I have no idea how these guys do this for a fucking living. I have no clue how they do it for a living. I made that one tackle in Sunday Night Football against Trinity Hall. I was sore for 4 days after that. 4 fucking days. One tackle. Couldn't even get up. These guys just get into car crash after car crash after car crash after car crash, and then they just got to get up and do it again and get up and do it again, and you get paid grossly for it, which is awesome, but I don't know how their bodies handle it. I have no idea.
I said earlier, I think Barry, he was in your class, so he's probably been in the league probably 8-9 years. Like that hit like that make you think in the offseason, like, hey man, maybe this isn't enough. Like maybe this is enough for me. Maybe I'm done.
It's especially with the internet now. The internet is showcasing that everywhere. That thing has been seen by millions and millions of people. Right? I don't know if this might be the thing that Barry Church calls it quits on. I would, strictly because that could happen again.
Seriously, there's no reason to keep playing it.
That could happen again. I always thought about that when I was jogging down the field, like covering kicks. I was like, at any given moment, one of these dudes who are a much better athlete and much more angry than me could just turn around and say they want to block me.
Yes.
And at any given moment, they could do that and just fucking ruin everything I got going in my life. My brain, my face, my legs, my body, my soul.
In your head, though, you can't retire after that, though, because it'd be like, oh, Quenton Nelson knocks him out of the league.
No. He's not going to retire like tomorrow. I'm just saying like during the offseason.
After the season commences?
Yeah.
Recuperates.
Nope.
Nope.
It's not it.
New blogger.
I always thought commences was
Yeah, it's like
start.
what
The start of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were both wrong. After the season...
Comes to an end.
Yeah, but a nicer way to say it, a more educated way to say it. After this season...
Concludes. Yeah.
There it is.
The sun sets.
What about like graduation commencements though? That's the end.
Nah, but it's the beginning of your... I don't know.
I felt
Every
so confident
new
with
beginning
it.
comes from some other beginning's end.
Okay, makes sense now.
Anyways, whenever this season ends, though, Jacksonville Jaguars have grossly underperformed
Yeah.
too. So let's assume morale's going to be low. Marone might be gone. That team might be in a full rebuild for a guy that's in his 10th, 11th year. He's also going to have his friends be like, yo, also remember when... It could be a real.
I thought you were
moment.
saying like Vontae Davis. Just call it quits right there.
I've been thinking about it, but that big motherfucker just ran me over. Did you hear him screaming? No, he was screaming the whole time. He came around here, man. You want me to play what? Second half? No. I was thinking about never again. He's been training hard, Vontae.
Really?
His Instagram. I follow him on Instagram. His IG story is him training and eating healthy and all this. I'm like, what are you doing? What are we doing?
If you quit on one team, are you allowed to come back on another that season?
I don't know. Because I assume they cut him or
Yeah, they
waived him.
released
Yeah, I
him,
guess
right?
if they release
They release him? Are you? What a wild play if everybody starts doing this. Everybody starts doing. Brandon Marshall doesn't like the first quarter with the Saints. Quits, comes back, maybe fourth quarter, comes back and sees, you guys need me again? Let's renegotiate. You need me for the fourth quarter? Need a couple downfield targets? Here we go. Let's renegotiate. Good for Vontae.
He could start for the Packers right now.
Vontae Davis?
Yeah. Tomorrow.
How'd the Packers do this weekend?
They played the Dolphins, so I mean they beat the shit out of them.
Fuck,
but-
I took Brock Osweiler plus 8.5, by the way.
Really?
Speaking of that, can I give my award?
I have no idea why I did that. Just strictly because of this award. I have no idea why I put any money on the Miami Dolphins. That's how bad of a weekend I had. I'm telling you, not having a Kansas City Chiefs money line completely, it
fucked with you.
It did. It ruined
Well,
me.
and you might have been okay on their first possession. They got down to the red zone, and then he fumbled the shotgun snap, and that was pretty much the end of it.
That's when I said, I see old Rocket Chips doing his
Yep.
thing in Lambeau whenever he just fumbled the snap.
And then at the end of the first half, he just completely airmailed Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
Was wide open.
Could have got a split on that Eagles game, too, whenever I doubled down on everything. Here's their last play. They scored a touchdown there. Let's assume they go for 2. That's 28 points. The over would have hit for the team over instead of 27.5.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay, so this week's Clausen, Tebow, Gabbard, Sanchez, Shaw, Bosweiler, Leaf, Russell, Dilfer, Bowler, Leinart, Winky, Harrington, Carr, Couch, Peterman, Award of the Week. Also, R.I.P. Nathan Peterman. He didn't need to be done like that this weekend. Fucking
Bro.
Barkley just comes in throwing passes to offensive linemen for touchdowns.
Real quick, I take back saying that I think Alabama could beat the Bills. They could definitely beat the Jets, though. I'm sorry, go back to your award. I got a lot of heat on the internet, by the way, for that. A lot of heat. I had text messages from old teammates. Hey, Pat, let's at least be educated there.
That's not what this
Start
life
the
is about
conversation,
always.
You know?
Darius Butler told me to write down the top 5 players on each team on a piece of paper, and then we'll just start there. And then go ahead and go 6 to 10 and then see how you feel. And I wrote down, I was like, Tua? Judy? Of course, that guy's really good. I don't know who the running back is. He's solid. Okay, let's go to the Bills now. And I was done. I was like, you're right. Okay, I'll go fuck myself. But the Jets, I don't know.
Jets
anything.
are in a rough spot.
Let's add Darnold to this award here if he keeps going, man.
Yeah, and he didn't even play this week.
I know,
but
it's a shame.
McCown
just gets
his
crushed.
replacement, McCown, is on the list.
I forgot. That's on me. Sorry about
2
that.
interceptions, 35 quarterback rating, not great. Josh Rosen, 2 interceptions, 50 quarterback rating, not great. Brock and Derek Carr are up for the 3rd spot in this award because Brock didn't have a great game. Derek Carr, this is like the 17th time this year that I've seen him on 3rd or 4th down. Just throw it, not even just give up because he doesn't want to get hit. He's
given up, right, on the radio. They've all given
think
up
they
on
have.
Noel Gruden.
I
I
think so.
think I'm going to go out on a limb here because sometimes we record this on Monday. Right now, this is Monday. I have a very strong feeling that Eli's going to win the award. I'm just going to give it to Eli right now.
Who are we betting on in
I
last
don't
night's game?
know.
I need to make up some big money.
Gun to my head. They have like far inferior talent. But I think they're still trying, and I don't think the Giants are. I'm going to go with Nick Mullins and the San Francisco 49ers.
Where's it at? Is it in
It's
New
in
York?
San Fran.
It's in San Fran.
Oh, you got the boosted juice of them playing for the state of California.
Oh.
I don't think
How about
there's any way they
Odell,
lose.
though, being back in California? That's the issue. He said he wanted out in New York. He wants back in California. Maybe he wants to put on a show. But to do that, he needs another guy to put on a show. And that would be the guy that the other one, the Manning.
The Giants still have the same offensive line, too. So
we're hammering the Niners? They're covering and the over?
I do like the over. I think it's 45.
Okay, so there we go. We're making up for the big weekend.
All right, let's fucking do it.
Everybody gets to hear what we just did. We just made a big comeback here. The worst weekend of our life has just changed on Monday Night Football because of Nick fucking Mullins, a guy that I didn't even know existed 1 week ago.
Nope, I had no idea.
But now we're rolling the dice.
I'm going to parlay the fucking Niners and the over.
People are listening to this right now and they're saying like you're completely wrong or completely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
That's what they're thinking right
is
now.
live radio.
Minus 3.5, San Francisco.
Yep.
We think they're going to win that?
Oh, wait, you got it at a half now? Buy that point down to a 3. For
Right.
sure.
It's
Don't let that hook fuck you over.
and it's 45 for the over-under.
Yeah. Is that not what I said?
24 San Francisco 49ers over-under, 24.
It's got to go over.
I think they're going to go over.
I think so too.
$1,000 on that. Continue. All right.
Look for friend of the show, George Kittle, to have a big night.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going prop bet
And the
too.
bump.
I'm
And
going
the bump.
prop bets on him. What's that? What'd you say, you?
Yeah, the McAfee bump on Kittle and the Niners. The whole team comes into play.
Yeah, Kittle's really feeling himself right now. Kittle's feeling himself for sure.
As long as Saquon and Odell don't go off for some reason.
Excuse me?
Huh?
We don't need that.
No.
George Kittle, total receptions, 5.5, over-under.
Over.
Yeah.
I said Kelsey was going to get 6. I think he
Yeah.
picked up 2.
That one's tough.
George Kittle, total receiving yards, over 65.5.
Over.
Over for sure. Over for sure. Let's go.
I love this. I love this.
God, what a fucking terrible week.
This is why gambling sites make a lot of money. Vegas made all their money back this week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they knew it too. They
Yeah,
had a
they're
rough
not
one.
worried.
They had a rough one the week before. They're like, all right, boys, now it's time to really tighten
That just
her up.
means people have more money to fucking blow next week.
And confidence.
Yep.
All right, shout out to the San Francisco 49ers getting us back on track. That's very nice of them. Another NFL week. We'll start on Thursday. Who we got on Thursday? Anybody know?
Packers, Seahawks in Seattle.
Okay, Seahawks about
Oh,
to
the
just
old
blow.
replace-
Oh, what do we think's
The
going to happen?
replacement ref game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
about
let me get a
that.
line on that. We might as well make a pick while we're here.
The Packers get their hearts broken damn near every time they play in Seattle, so we'll see. We'll see.
How are the Packers? Pretty good or what?
Line's not out yet.
I don't know. It's hard to take anything out of yesterday's game. Like, Brock Osweiler fucking sucks. I mean, he's just terrible. Like,
Still a quarterback in the NFL, by the way.
yeah.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. But, like, they had to win that game by, like, 21 points. If they didn't, then they are ass.
Tweet us. Tell us how we did on our gambling. Tell us why the Packers could possibly be good. And also, send us your opinions. Maybe we'll read them on Thursday's show. Very much appreciate Diggs and Zito coming in here. Ty and Foxy, you're the best. Bailey as well. The conversation continues.
What's going on, guys?
Did you see that Quenton Nelson video?
Yeah.
Did you hear him screaming? Is that normal? Is there a lot of offensive linemen that just run around with CTE screaming?
You know, it's funny. I asked somebody today if I do that when I play,
Do you?
and they said no.
Yeah,
I don't think it's very normal.
I don't think it's normal either.
I would be terrified.
That guy's got. I think that guy's pretty good at football, though.
He's a really good football player. They're calling him the best guard in the league. AQ.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Hey, I heard somebody say it. People were saying best guard in the league.
I mean, he's a top 10 pick. They're going to say that for 10 years, whether he's good or bad. That's what they do for at least 4.
I smell a little hater. I smell a little hater.
I mean, let's not forget Zach Martin, Marshall Yonda. There's some really good football players at the guard position these days.
I forgot about Yonda. That's kind of the end all be all right there. And Zach Martin at 80%, by the way. Chris Collinsworth told me better than everybody else in the league. Chris Collinsworth told me that.
Yeah, he's pretty good, and he's tough as nails. You see him. I thought that was it last night. He came back in like 2 drives later.
Yeah, it was insane. I would have quit probably. I did actually. That's what I would have done if I was him. So that is not normal. There's people saying that is normal because I think people think of offensive linemen like movie offensive linemen. I don't think they think about real life offensive linemen where there's little soft little souls inside of each one of you, and all you're doing is hand-to-hand combat to feed your family, and all you do is try to protect your quarterback for the better of the team, and you guys care about others way more than you care about yourself. And you wouldn't yell and scream like that. You're actually very smart and civilized humans.
I'd like to know how movie offensive linemen are portrayed.
Meathead idiots, you know it. Meatheads, fucking dummies. We've played with an offensive lineman who was a movie offensive lineman. You and I both. It's just meathead city. Everybody thinks. I think that's what people think.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Youngstown, Ohio.
yeah, he's a movie offensive lineman. He's a meathead. Mike McGlynn. Mike McGlynn is a full-on movie offensive lineman. He's a hysterical human being. He's a meathead. He's willing to do whatever. He'll throw his face in front of a train if he had to.
Yeah, he's throwing haymakers every play.
Every play. That's what I'm saying. Quenton Nelson running around screaming like that. I think that was a movie offensive line thing, but it was so incredibly scary to think about Barry Church having to sit there and take it.
Heck of a collision.
Quite a collision.
Bad look for Pittsburgh. Bad look for Pittsburgh.
Barry Church, East Hills of Pittsburgh, Penn Hills guy.
Yep, Penn Hills guy.
Wasn't good.
Man, that was. I mean, trust me. I mean, that's probably the talk of the league right now because everybody was talking about it in our locker room today.
Really?
Oh yeah, everybody's like, "Man, you see that Quenton Nelson video?" Yeah, guy's a lunatic.
He really is, though. That was insane to me.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive collision, no doubt about that.
NFL, everybody pulls, right? There's a center pull, there's a guard pull, there's a tackle pull. Everybody pulls, right?
Yeah, guards get the best type of pulling because they're the ones usually, like if a center pulls or a tackle pulls, usually we're pulling perimeter. Guards get to pull down the line, they get to trap ends, they get to trap defensive tackles, and they get to pull around for middle linebackers. So they get all the collision pulls.
Guards have to be mobile, though. They have to be able to run.
That's 80% of their job. They're either pulling out, blocking a middle linebacker on an outside play, pulling around, blocking a middle linebacker on a power play, or pulling down the line, kicking out a defensive end on a wrap play, or pulling down the line and kicking out a defensive tackle on a trap play.
You said pulling out. You refused to do that. You have a baby. How's that going?
Yeah, I don't understand that pulling out thing.
Yeah, go ahead and delivered a seed. Got a beautiful baby girl out of it.
Yeah, 6 month checkup today. She's doing great. It's awesome. She's almost crawling. It's getting close.
Whoa. What's it going to be? Dada or mama or Pat?
They say they say dada usually because that's just like I don't even think everybody's like, oh, she said dada. I think that's just their da 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 da. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to say. It was definitely dada, right?
Yeah, you got a stuttering kid?
Yeah, I mean that's what she does.
You think your daughter gets into Penn State? No way.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully she's smarter than me.
You think?
No chance I got in without football, right?
No, you were a gift. They gifted the Shipley family an opportunity to potentially earn a degree from Pennsylvania State University.
Yeah, no chance I got in very many places without football.
What was that guy's name? The guy from Penn State that everybody knows? Jerry.
Sandusky?
Did Sandusky recruit you to Penn State or no?
He was gone. You know this story. Come on. You know this story. He was gone in 1999. We got recruited when?
Well, I didn't get recruited. I mean, I did kind of, but nobody pulled the trigger because they won with somebody else.
2004.
2005 for me.
Oh, yeah. Didn't redshirt.
Gone, but still around.
Who?
He was still around.
Sandusky
right?
was still around.
Still around.
He lived in the town.
Yeah, pretty influential person.
Did you ever meet Sandusky?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. In the locker room?
No, in functions of his that benefited his foundation /
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this from a real perspective. There was nothing anybody who played football at Penn State would have ever known about any of this situation, right?
No.
Coaches too, or just the head coach, the McQuarrie and Paterno? You think any other coaches had any idea? They were probably shielded from it?
No, I don't think any coaches knew. I honestly don't. I mean, I think they thought that, he ran a foundation in town that was supposedly benefiting underprivileged kids. So everybody thought, like, to be honest, and most people that thought of him were like, oh my God, he's doing so much great for the kids, right?
That's why it was such a curveball.
That's why it was such a curveball, because little did people know he was using that as a platform, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, yeah, when you came in contact with him, you're like, yeah, he's a weirdo, but what football coach isn't? You know, I mean, like, you've been around thousands of weird football coaches.
A lot of weird football coaches out there.
Right. So, it's like, he's just a goofball. Whatever. Okay, keep it moving. But then that kind of hits you from left field. It's like, whoa, that's
Should I take back everything bad I say about your cult that you're from?
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
I don't know. It's tough with that coach. That head coach of yours is tough.
Man, gotta start winning some bigger games.
I think he's probably a nice guy. I mean, I don't
Big
know.
win versus Wisconsin, though. Big win.
I like Trace McSorley a lot. I like the way that kid plays. I like him a lot. There's a kid from Indianapolis, too, I think, on the team. I like him a lot.
Tommy Stevens, backup quarterback.
Yeah. I think he's
gonna be an animal next year, I think.
I think he is, too. I actually like the way that team plays football. I like them a lot.
Yeah, you live and die by big plays. That's what they are. They're not going to move the chains type offense. You know what I mean? It's not Michigan that's going to get you 38, 40 minutes of time of possession and keep it moving, right? I mean, they're Wisconsin. They're not going to control the ball, running the ball. They're not going to do that. I mean, it's you either make the big plays and Trace McSorley makes a ton of plays running the ball, or it's feast or famine.
Cardinals, you guys, Arizona Cardinals center, by the way, A.Q. Shipley, he's on IR because he tore his ACL. Mm-hmm. He's currently in rehab. They are not. Was it ACL?
ACL.
You were moving it like 4 days after surgery, so I tend to believe that this is all big fake. I don't think you actually tore your ACL because I don't think you should be as far back in recovery as you are. But that's neither here nor there.
I'd like to think I'm superhuman at times.
I know you would like to think that. I know that. You have been on IR, though. They extended you another year. Cardinals walked into the biggest, spread, I think, in recent history, 17.5 with the Chiefs. And you guys kept it close there for a little bit. Tyreek Hill really did well.
We covered. Big win. It's a big win.
Hey, Tyreek Hill is a different animal, man.
Everybody that was on the sideline said the same thing. I mean, they said that it was they've never seen a human of any sorts change direction quite like that guy does.
He's in a phone booth and then he runs backwards and he ran like 240 yards for a 6-yard gain. I watched it with my own eyes and he ran out of bounds. He didn't even get tackled. He just chose to run out of bounds.
Screen, a little swing pass to the right.
Yep.
Defensive end had him bottled up.
Yep.
Backed up. He belly flops. Moves around him. Makes two people run into each other.
Yep.
Keeps it moving. And then, runs out of bounds. 5-yard gain.
I thought Patrick Peterson, Antoine Bethea lock him up. I thought Travis Kelce was going to have a big day. I bet very heavily on him, and it turns out he did not, and Tyreek Hill had a huge day for you guys. Is Patrick Mahomes the truth? You think that offense looks good? You played for Andy Reid, didn't you?
Yeah, Andy's smart. I mean, he's one of the few guys that's been able to, you look around the league, the older type coaches, he's one of the few guys calling plays that has been able to evolve as the game has evolved.
Oh, who are you talking about? Like McCarthy?
Yes.
Hold on. That was a setup for Ty Schmidt back in the back. He's agreeing. He hates Mike McCarthy.
I'm just saying, it's like, it was really shot at the guy in Oakland, to be honest. But
put that on the bulletin board. That's going to make the Raiders play harder against you because you said that, AQ.
Yeah, keep it moving, right? No, but I just think Andy's so smart. I think he's really, 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 really good at taking what college players do really well and kind of implementing that into current day offense.
You think they beat the Rams or no?
That's gonna be a heck of a matchup.
It's in Mexico too, bro. It's in Mexico. It's gonna be loco.
I know. And the Rams, they just lost Cooper Kupp. That's a big loss.
It is. That white dude was making plays.
He's a stud. I've watched him the last 2 years. I'm like, that kid is really good. But yeah, I mean, both really, really good offenses. Both teams are giving up a ton of points, though, so it's going to be obviously high. I think I saw the over/under set at like 63. Somebody got that there.
I have no idea.
I did. They said it was the highest in like the modern NFL history or something like that.
There you are. You're on modern NFL history highest.
I thought I read that. Yeah, I mean, because both teams are just putting up stupid points and giving up a decent amount of points. Neither team can stop the run really right now. Yeah, but
are you putting dye in your beard?
no, it looks good though, doesn't it?
I'm starting to get grays, man.
So am I. I just trimmed it down.
I'm starting to get grays in my beard. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want them all to come or not. I do. I think I want to go Bob Barker white. I want my hair to go Bob Barker white.
I saw this thing on Facebook called Beardaments.
Excuse me?
This thing on Facebook I saw. It's called Beardaments.
Okay.
They're ornaments for your beard. So I'm growing my beard out for Christmas so I can put ornaments in my beard.
All right. Hey, Q, thanks for the conversation, bud. Hope the beardaments go great. Okay. Hope the ornaments go great. Hope the recovery goes well. What we were going to originally talk about, I mean, that was a good conversation about that cult you're in and then a bunch of other stuff, too.
So what were we going to talk about?
Quenton Nelson, whether or not that was normal.
Not normal.
I didn't think so.
No, not normal. But that guy road grader though, huh? Let's see if I'm a scout right now. Guy's a mauler. Works well in a phone booth. Mm-hmm. He's got passion for the game, a lot of grit.
Loves the game.
Great puller, loves to hit with his head.
CTE definite. High football IQ.
He's white for sure.
White in the NFL, it's the only way it happens.
They all get labeled with the same stuff.
Oh yeah. Lunch.
Father was a coach at some point.
Oh
right?
yes. First one in, last one out. Lunch pail guy.
Real football guy.
High motor.
It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm the last guy there. I take a video of the parking lot and say football guy. And I send it around to everybody.
First one in, last one out.
Yeah, man.
Real self-hype from you.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, how is the mood over there in the Cardinals facility?
2-7, not good.
That isn't good. That's no fun at all. Everybody probably thinks their jobs are on the line.
Hey, is Jordy Nelson retiring? Because I read that today.
I think everybody's trying to get off the Raiders, yeah. I think everybody and their mom is trying to get off the Raiders. Bruce Irvin somehow was captain of the defense. He somehow got out of there. Now he's back in Atlanta. Jordy, Khalil, everybody's trying to get out of there, bro.
Well, that'll help us this week. That'll help us if Jordy retires, I think, right?
Are you guys playing the Raiders?
We play the Raiders this week, yeah.
Oh, my God. What is the spread going to be there? Probably a pick 'em.
Yeah, it could be.
I think I'd bet on the Cardinals.
Did I see? No, somebody. Who's your stats guy there? Did I see Saints Eagles as a pick'em this week as well?
Diggs or Ty are probably the only people that know. Diggs would know this for sure.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
How could that be a pick?
This is Vegas knowing something we don't know though. If that's the case, because the Saints, I hammered the Eagles on Sunday night. AQ hammered them, lost so much money, it's unbelievable.
Well, they just had a huge loss. Did you see that, Ronald Darby? Huge loss.
I saw him go down in the game. He covered for an extra 2 seconds after hurting his knee. Was it his knee?
ACL.
Fuck. That's a position, by the way. I don't know how they don't tear more shit. I don't know how corners' bodies can keep up with their reactions. Those dudes.
Yeah, they change at a stupid amount of speed.
Explosive, too. It's not just like a casual change. It's like an explosive change. If I don't get out of my break right here, they're going to score a touchdown on us. It's like that.
Did you ever watch the Sports Science on Saquon Barkley? Which, I mean, he's a skill guy, so that's the only thing I'm kind of...
I haven't seen Saquon Barkley. I've seen the Dwight Freeney one, though.
Okay, so, they did, his change of direction.
Hates it.
They did, his change of direction and something when he plants to change direction, it's something like over 2,000 pounds of force going into there.
Wow.
Did you know they make up all those stats?
That seems like a big lie to me. That seems like false news, fake news. You just got fake news by Sports Science.
I feel like Sports Science is all about fake news, right? I mean,
dude, they said Dwight Freeney's spin was similar of a ballerina or an ice skater, a figure skater. I ain't never seen anything like it. I almost lost my mind. I started dying laughing. Dwight Freeney.
It's hard to say because it's not like he's ever doing it stationary. It was always using somebody else's momentum against him.
Yeah, and he never had ice either. I mean, there's a lot of things that definitely help here. Razor blades on your feet, that's another thing that would help.
Man, that guy had a show for years, though. He's really rich, I would imagine, right?
Who, Sports Science guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just hustled ESPN into a full-time deal.
Mm-hmm. John Brinkus.
Hey, switching. I can't get this off my mind because I went this weekend. Five Finger Death Punch concert. If you ever get a chance, it's maybe the most amazing thing I've
Who the fuck's a Five Finger?
It's a great name for a band.
Five Finger what?
Death Punch.
Five Finger Death Punch. Just a bunch of metalheads.
Are you a metal guy? I didn't know that.
That's like what I listen to before games, and that's like the one band I listen to when I'm working out or go before games. And they were in Phoenix, and it was. I'm sending you a video.
Hold on. So metal is a bunch of white guys screaming and going real hard on a stage, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you went and watched?
Yeah, bunch of guys.
Oh, you got your rock horns there? Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns.
Hey, which leads us into our next conversation.
Yeah.
Zach Smith, Tom Herman.
Oh, dude, did you see this shit erupt on the internet last night?
Did you see the text message Tom Herman wrote back?
Cool. Okay, or something. Okay, cool. Hook 'em. Bro, that Zach Smith guy was losing his shit. Yeah. That was insane. Zach Smith, assistant coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, formerly. His ex-wife is the one that Urban Meyer got suspended because he knew about a domestic violence situation with Zach Smith and his ex-wife. Zach Smith has found out that Tom Herman, also former Urban Meyer coach, is the one that ratted him out in an attempt to bury Urban Meyer. Not ratted him out, but expose that the domestic violence happened to a media member so that he could bury Urban Meyer after working for Urban Meyer. And last night, or 2 nights ago on Twitter, Zach Smith was either on 1 or on 4 and was just letting it eat to Tom Herman about how him and his wife do cocaine off of strippers' titties. He was talking about how, Tom Herman, you want me to expose you for the Asian massage parlors you were addicted to? Wide open on the Twitter.
I feel like a perfect Diggs tweet to Coach Zach Smith would be, hey, Coach, tag him and ask him why Coach is still part of his Twitter handle. I feel like that's a perfect Diggs tweet.
That is a very Diggs situation there. Yeah. I love that, though. That's more of the Big Ten, just being the Big Ten.
Been a lot of stuff. Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State. Did Michigan have anything? Michigan probably did. Yeah, weren't they on probation a couple years ago?
Probably.
I feel like everybody is. Yeah. I feel like it doesn't matter anymore. It's just like PED suspensions in the NFL. Shit doesn't matter anymore. It's just like, yeah, it happened. Mm-hmm. Well, they'll be back in 4 games.
I'm waiting to see what happens with Duke, North Carolina, and Villanova for that matter, because all 3 of those teams never really got top 10 recruits because they were all about the good guys, the high grade,
honesty,
all that stuff. And now all of a sudden they're getting a lot of top 10 guys. Mm-hmm. Coach K getting the top 3.
All of a sudden, Krzyzewski's dipping down into Kalahari waters.
Something changed.
Excuse me, Coach K. I would like to know about the strippers attending the recruiting parties.
Yeah.
Because it appears as if this is a Kalahari situation you got going on.
Something changed. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Well, I think it's the ability to go coach or go play for a legend like Coach Krzyzewski and get education at a fine establishment like Duke, because they're student athletes. Mm-hmm. Remember, student first, athlete second.
Yeah.
They should be called student human athletes because they're students and humans first and then athletes third.
If I'm going to go play somewhere for 1 year, I want it to be the best academic experience of my life.
If I'm going to stay for less than a semester, I want it to be the greatest education for less than a semester I could ever have in my entire life.
So what you're saying is when Zion, Cam, and the other guy who was 1, 2, 3, when they declare in January,
no, they're getting their degrees.
They had 4 months of the best education they could have.
They got the greatest education 4 months could give you. There's something that you would never, ever, ever get anywhere else other than Duke. That's what.
Did you hear about this 5-star recruit that was going to go to Syracuse?
No.
This 5-star recruit, he was committed to Syracuse and decided against going there
because
signed a deal with New Balance.
Oh, G League. This is a G League guy. Yeah, this is old news.
No G League.
Yeah, and what's his face came out and ruined him? Boeheim or whatever? Mm-hmm. Is that Syracuse coach? He came out and talked a lot of shit on him?
Yeah, there's a guy that did that last year and went to the G League. This guy is not going to the G League. He's living in Memphis, doing an internship with New Balance for $1 million. If he ends up making it to the league, it's worth up to $14 million. But in the process, he's living with Mike Miller, who's an assistant coach at the University of Memphis, former NBA player, training with him every day, and also head coach of the University of Memphis, Anthony Penny Hardaway.
Anthony, you just said?
Yeah, how about that?
Anthony Penny Hardaway?
Penny, the one with the C. You remember the old shoes, the white with the blue?
And Mike Miller, the white three-point shooting specialist for LeBron there for a while?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So-
and that's the buy-in there. This guy has signed with LeBron's management team.
So LeBron's management team was like, fuck school, bro. Fuck the G League. Fuck it all. We'll just get you to live with this white boy that can shoot threes. Okay, real quick. We'll get your stroke game up because Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and them have changed the game. Also, Penny Hardaway's there. Will teach you some swag and a little bit of way to play. And in a year from now, you rock New Balances. Bing, bang, boom. New Balances now in the NBA. Here we go. We're making content all year.
Bingo.
You don't even have to act like you're going to class. We ain't even got to act like we're writing papers. We don't have to do any of that.
Make sure you put that news came from me, okay? Make sure. Confirm.
I think we broke this news like 3 weeks ago. This seems like this is old news. I feel like I forgot about it.
I
Hey,
think it is old.
hey, I think I'm playing horse against Lamar Odom on Thursday.
Stop it.
Yep.
Stop it. If this happens, I will be tuning in immediately.
I think that's the beat Pat McAfee this week is me versus Lamar Odom with horse in Los Angeles, probably in an outdoor basketball court where I will dress like Billy Hoyle.
White man can't jump.
Billy Ho.
I cannot wait for this. I will live stream this.
Hey, that's
The largest
hey.
fucking thing in our complex. I swear to God, I will.
Beat Pat McAfee this Thursday. We don't know the time because we're trying to figure out when Lamar Odom can make it. It's normally we do it at noon Eastern Standard Time. That's 9 a.m. LA time. I feel like that's a huge ask of Lamar Odom. I feel like that'd be very rude of us to do that. So we're going to kind of go around his schedule and wait until you imagine my conversation with Lamar Odom, by the way, while playing horse.
Amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait to hear what I get out of him. I can't wait. I'm excited to talk to that guy. I've heard some stories about him. He lives pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if anything's true from what we've read, he lives a great life. He's living his best life.
He lives hard. Yeah. He lives hard. All right. I'll talk to you, AQ.
See you guys.
So it's not normal.
Not normal.
All right. See it. So there you have it. It's not
I'm
normal.
glad he said that because it didn't look normal.
Yeah, it looked like a lunatic.
Yeah.
It really looked like an absolute
It's the
lunatic
scariest thing I've ever seen.
of all time.
Yeah.
Halftime. Conversations have been great.
They have.
By the way, I dug into AQ a little bit there about Sandusky because that's kind of my thing.
Oh, yeah.
Any of my friends that played football at Penn State or anybody I know at Penn State from Pittsburgh, boy, I'll tell you what, that does not look good for them. But I do think we got to the bottom of it a little bit today.
Definitely.
I think we did. I think we absolutely did. And speaking of getting to the bottom of things, why don't you find out exactly who you are? Why don't you find out exactly what you're made of? 23andMe is named for the 23 pairs of chromosomes that make up our DNA. 23andMe is a personal genetic service that helps you understand what your DNA can tell you about you and your family's story. Learn more about the Foxes. Fox.
Can't wait.
As your loved ones get together this Thanksgiving, discover more about the genetic connections you share. Did you inherit your entire good looks from your mom or your dad? And how much is in your DNA compared to your brother or sisters? You know, a lot of those things can come back a little bit surprising.
Right.
You know how they say some things skip a generation and go to somebody else? Like, for instance, being able to be a handyman. I think that genetic went out of my dad's sperm right into my brother and skipped me.
Skipped me for sure.
I could not build a damn thing. And I think that is something that my genetics would tell me. It's easy to do. You simply just spit into the tube, providing your 23andMe kit, register your sample to personal 23andMe account, and in a few weeks, you'll receive your personalized online reports. Mine taught me a lot. Mine taught me that I was Italian. Really had to change the way everything about my life.
Absolutely.
It had to change everything about me that I was 0.009% Italian.
And would you say you're better off knowing that you're Italian now?
To be honest, I think so.
I think so too.
Because now I enjoy the pizza a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, my people. You know what I mean? My people. I watch those mob movies and I'm like, my people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I would have never known that if it wasn't for 23andMe. It's a little bit more of a connect. It's like, hey, what small part of my family want to branch out and want to head to the little boot country? You know? Which one went over to Italy? 23andMe told me.
Yeah.
23andMe is the absolute best. With 23andMe's Ancestry Composition Report, you can explore where your DNA is from out of 150 plus regions worldwide.
Wow.
That's precise. That's precise. Learn a little bit more about you today. Now through Thanksgiving, 23andMe Ancestry Service kits are only $49 per kit when you buy 2 or more kits, because this is something you want to do with somebody else. When you're learning about yourself, you want to be in a community of other people learning about themselves. The conversations that are spur are incredible, whether it's a loved one, a family member, a friend, anything like that. Go ahead and get 2 or more kits right now, and the kits are only $49 per. That's 50% off the regular kit price of $99 this holiday. Order your 23andMe Ancestry Service kit at 23andme.com/PAT. That's the number 23andme.com/PAT. 23andme.com/PAT. $49 for your 23andMe kit. Go learn about yourself. It'll tell you a lot of things. If there's a certain group of people you've been talking shit upon your entire life, you might be a part of that group, and that could be a wild situation for you. 23andMe did that for me, and they'll do that for you. You know what's in this holiday season? Selfishness.
Really?
Yep. It's a big thing this year.
How so?
Selfishness is all the way in this year. Why buy an ugly sweater for a distant uncle when you can buy some awesome for yourself? Specifically, Bespoke Post Box of Awesome. A box of awesome is my favorite way to treat myself every single month. And I say this, it's every month is Christmas. Every month is Christmas with Bespoke Post.
Oh, yeah.
Every single month is a holiday because they send you a collection of really cool stuff that you would have never, ever, ever bought yourself in your entire life. But Bespoke Post scans the world looking for products that the man's man would enjoy, and they ship it right to your house.
I enjoy watching you open this gift.
You never know what's going to be in there. You literally never fucking know what's going to be in there.
And it makes me want one so bad.
I got a flask, and then I got like a decanter one time.
Yep.
And then I got some travel luggage.
It's like when your brother gets the better gift than you. That's what happens every single month here.
That's what Bespoke Post is doing for men and women everywhere.
Everywhere.
Bespoke Post. To receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to boxofawesome.com and enter code Heartland at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code Heartland for 20% off your first box. Bespoke Post. Theme boxes for guys that give a damn. It's incredible. I love it. I absolutely love when it shows up because you have no fucking idea what's in there.
Never do.
No clue. Absolutely no clue.
I think half the shit's on your desk right now.
Well, my desk is a collection of Bespoke Post. Speaking of collection, we have a collection of conversations waiting for you to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared to be inspired, entertained, and
Enthralled
with the rest of this Pat McAfee Show 2.0. Tell your friends to listen if you've enjoyed thus far. Yeah, it's got to add a shotgun shell, though. You'll hear it. You'll know when. Wait for it. I think it could be something. Honestly. People have been sending me intro themes that they think would be good, and I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot that you're thinking about me when you hear a song. But I'm going to be honest, a lot of them are dog shit.
Would you do a split? Like
Boston Connor has joined us. What's up,
Oh,
Connor?
hello. How are you?
Yep.
Thanks
What's
for
up?
having me on.
Hey, no problem.
Would you do a nice little split after the part? 'Cause
What's a split to another song?
Yes, like a switch.
Oh, I thought you
song
meant
switch.
would he do the splits? I was like, oh, fuck, that's a lot for a warm up.
Walking out. I don't think are splits big in the WWE.
Oh yeah, dudes are flexible.
Is that a popular move?
No, I don't. I assume it. No, actually, I don't think it is. Maybe I hit a split on somebody. I don't come out and hit a split. I can't even touch my toes. If I'm a WWE wrestler, it lasts about 2 weeks until I rip something. 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. Maybe we'll get the nice run through the first one. What's it called when you're all jacked up and you can't feel any pain?
Oh, the
Adrenaline.
Yeah, the first week
dough?
probably a lot of adrenaline. Maybe second week adrenaline. That third week though, once the adrenaline has kind of subsided a little bit, probably going to rip something.
Might
Fight
be
it.
screwed. Yeah. Well, I think a song switch could work well there.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think song switches do well because no one sees it coming. So you throw in that after that little part there,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, bang, we're into a new song.
I like the shotgun sound of the fake shotgun I have in my house. By the way, the fake shotgun I have, for if anybody breaks in my house, it's like a real, like a full on, like it's something's loading in here. You don't want to come into the back room. There's a big old shotgun back here. You know what I mean? It's a big. It can't shoot anything. It's a big fake piece of metal there, but it's a real because it sets the tone.
Yeah. You might have to bring that in.
The actual thing.
Record
Just put a
that,
mic on it.
What if it gets a song cred? That shotgun. My shotgun has a song credit.
Should.
DJ Khaled's little baby has one. That little kid. He's all over a bunch of songs. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Really?
Yeah. Connor, you look good, by the way.
Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, thanks to you.
You have jeans on.
I have jeans on now. Yeah. Hey, same top. See, the top has never been the problem apparently.
Never.
But
yeah.
I always thought it was the whole entire thing really that had the problem.
It was your god awful sweatpants, I think, is what we mostly
pretty
hated.
much.
Yep.
It's not. I haven't really shopped for clothes outside of wholesale stores.
Yeah, we've heard that. But now you have real pants on. You look like a real adult, and then you just wear those shoes with holes in them. Like, I don't understand.
I don't have shoes.
Why are you disrespecting the new pants with those shoes?
I don't mean any disrespect to these new jeans. First of all, these shoes just happen to be the only ones that I kind of immobile in.
See, before I didn't notice the holes in them because you would wear
Shitty
the dirty
ass-
fucking
Yep.
sweatpants.
I was throwing it out. That
They
was on
distracted
purpose.
from the shoes, but now they pop.
Yes,
that's all
exactly.
The holes are popping on the shoes.
Yeah.
I think they add so much grit. I thought it was going to be good for it. Honestly,
You know what? You're becoming an adult. Do you see this happening here, Fox?
Oh, yeah.
This is a pub founder becoming an adult here. You guys are becoming a mature establishment.
I'm
Credit to
growing
you.
up in front of your guys' eyes right now.
You're still chugging Red Bulls, just like Ty. I mean, you can't beat Ty with the sweatpants now because you got pants that are sweatpants. But I mean, you're really moving forward here.
I know. I guess Ty did take the Sweatpants King title before me.
Well, it's also his sweatpants are adult sweatpants. So
Yeah.
we've had this conversation a lot of times. Ty wears adult sweatpants. You were wearing middle school sweatpants. You were wearing let's have a seat, catch a predator sweatpants. Yeah, that's what they were. They were, excuse me, sir, would you please have a seat over here sweatpants? That's what you wore.
Well, and if that's the case, then maybe I'll go home and cut them up because
Well-
I didn't realize that was. We had Mein Kampf 2 from Todd at me the other day. Here we are.
That's
now.
because where you're from, but he's saying you're a pedophile because you dress like one.
I'm not saying no.
That you look like one.
Connor, you don't deserve that. I just want to say you appeared to be one. It didn't. I don't know if you actually were one.
You
but
gave one the impression
Yeah.
Okay,
that you
okay.
lean in that direction.
hey,
So not a huge deal. I just appear to be a predator.
not anymore.
Not
You look
anymore,
like an
not anymore,
adult.
no, no,
You
no.
look like a real
Yes.
grown adult.
A
good.
homegrown instead of a homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it
There
is.
it is. There it is.
Okay, so now we're past that,
Okay,
Connor.
yes,
now we're
yes.
on an adult Connor here. We're out of college. We're in the workplace now. We're in the workforce.
Yes, I'm intellectual.
I agree. You're a founder of a pub.
Oh,
that
yeah.
that video you put out on Friday
you
made
like
me
that one?
cry laughing.
Yeah, they
what
were-
was it?
Oh yeah. The- Yeah, I held the last one.
Listeners didn't deserve that. What you just did to them.
Was it that loud?
Oh yeah.
I pulled the mic so far away from my face,
Yeah,
You're
no,
always loud.
Yeah. But
which I feel very bad about.
I think you're really finding your groove here, Connor.
I'm hitting a stride, perhaps,
Blogging,
as they say.
Blogging, you're doing well.
Blogging.
Huh? You're starting to wear pants. You're really starting to.
Pants are coming together. Except now, after this latest debacle yesterday, Patriots get blown out by the Tennessee Titans,
Yeah.
who don't even know how to play football.
It's over, right?
But yeah, now I changed my outfit,
it's beginning of the end.
and now the Pats start losing, so I might have to go back now.
No.
No.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Now you got to double down and get shoes.
Yeah, the shoes.
You think
are-
that's what it is?
probably-
That'll turn it
Yeah.
all
I think
around.
that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
because I only went halfway.
Yes.
And now I need to go the full way. Then the Patriots will start winning
Do
again.
your job. Bill Belichick says it all the time. Do your job.
Okay.
I bet on the Patriots huge. Money line.
Massive.
Massive bet.
Massive.
One of the biggest bets I've put in sports history. I put one of my biggest bets I've ever put in sports betting history was on the Patriots money line down there. I knew it was going to be close because the Titans are a good defensive team. I knew that it was going to happen, but no, complete opposite. Vrabel just beats the fuck out of Belichick in their first match.
It hurts, especially because
Malcolm Butler, Dion Lewis.
Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis needs to slow his roll.
Oh, because he came out after beating the hell out of the Patriots?
No, because he acts like he's the first guy who's been unbelievable that we should have re-signed, but due to the fact that they've earned their money at that point.
Right.
Dion Lewis earned his money. For sure should have gotten a better contract.
Dude,
But-
respect the quote that he gave.
Yeah.
You don't respect the intentions, but the quote was, "So what happens when you go cheap? You get your ass kicked." That's just fucking cool.
I
enjoy
liked it.
that.
I did. It was the he also tweeted the 50 Cent GIF.
Him smiling?
Him, yeah, nice little smile, drive away.
Hey, you hear
That
he's
got me.
50 Cent's buying all of Joe Roll's master tapes or whatever?
Really?
Oh,
What?
God, is he really?
Yeah. 50 Cent is continuing to troll Ja Rule as hard as he can. Yeah.
Matt,
It's like what Vrabel did to Belichick.
Oh yeah, similar maybe.
Do you think Vrabel is the blueprint on how to beat the Patriots, and now every team's just going to watch what Vrabel did and be like, oh, this guy was inside the system for a long time. This is how you beat the Patriots.
No, because we had the same conversation after we lost to the Lions, and after we lost to the Lions, everyone was like, "Oh,
How
Patricia."
Oh, wait a minute. You guys lose to Matt Patricia and Vrabel.
Yep.
Two former people that have been inside the Patriots building
Yes.
beat the Patriots.
And-
They know the Patriot way. They know how to beat them.
beat us in very different ways too.
What do you mean?
So each knows a way.
Well, the Lions held on to the ball. We had the ball for 2 minutes at halftime.
So Matt
against the
Patricia
Lions.
was like, obviously, the way to beat them is to keep the ball out of Tom Brady's hands. Every time we lose,
Yes.
we are on the defense is on the field a lot longer than the offense. That's the way to beat them. And Vrabel said,
And Vrabel said, "Why don't we just go out, get the players that they had last year, and then we'll come back and beat them next year?" I think that's exactly what happened.
so there's no fear in New England world.
I have no fear, not at all. We're 7-3. We started. Remember, before we were 1-2. So here we are. We're 7-3. We're going into the bye again. We're in the AFC East, so we have about 3 layups.
Hey, that's my ringer, by the way. This is a
That's
heater
nice.
intro.
This could be the shotgun to this.
That's Shinsuke Nakamura's old entrance. It
Oh,
was
Nakamura.
It was the best music I've ever heard in my life.
Very good.
First time I heard it, I was like, well, I would like that to be everywhere I go. Put that as my ringtone.
That got the biggest pop out of anyone in New Orleans when we were on Bourbon
Oh, yeah.
Street when that came on.
I remember. See, I forgot about us being on Bourbon Street WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
They were playing intros themes, like people's intros,
Yeah.
and everybody on the street was dancing to intros. It was awesome. It was awesome. Vince McMahon's "You've Got No Chance." The entire Bourbon Street was screaming, "No chance in hell! You've got." It was awesome.
Like
It
a
was-
power hour of
Yes.
WrestleMania
It was.
intros.
yeah, that's exactly what it was at every bar with all their. It was awesome. It was one of the happiest audiences I've ever been around in my life.
sure.
For sure.
There was a full fake wrestling match that happened right in the middle of Bourbon Street. Like people were dropping elbows on each other, and the cops like came to break it up because they thought it was a fight. And the cops started getting booed by the fans. Boo! It was awesome. It was really cool. Anyways, let's get back to it. New England Patriots were 1-2, not worried about it.
Not worried about it. 7-3 now, bye week, and again we have a couple layups. We have the Bills.
Tennessee
we have
Titans.
the Jets. The Tennessee Titans.
A really good football team all of a sudden.
Well, defensively they are 1, right? They're number 1 in scoring defense.
Yep.
Which is pretty legitimate. I mean, I don't know. I hate when the Patriots lose because here we are talking about it. It's the worst part of my week, aside from them actually losing.
Well, you know why
Because they were a fucking lock, though. I
The
think it's
Lions
because of
lost so much money on them.
It wasn't even 7 points.
Everybody told me, this money line's going to get you, Pat. You bet on these money lines. It's going to get you. It seems to be a lock right now, Pat. It seems to be a lock. But what happens when the Titans beat the Patriots? That's what they were saying to me. Literally, that's what the exact quotes that were happening to me. I'm like, no, I figured out sports gambling. We just go money line, bing, bang, boom. We win all the time. You're like, no. One time it'll get you. And you know what happened?
I got you.
The Titans got me.
I know.
And I should have never done it. I should have known.
buying that money line. Was that like 3 times on the investment?
Yeah, I think it was like
something?
370
just
or something
about,
like that. Yeah.
It's about. I think they
It
were
was
minus
pretty
300.
Yeah, it was pretty large. I mean, it's just one of those things where you just assume that Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are going to
Isn't
figure
gonna
it
have
out.
a problem.
They're going to figure it out. You're just going to assume that they're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because they've been so great for so long.
For so long.
But then what happens? Old Vrabel gets his boxing gloves on, puts the boys to work down in Nashville, and all of a sudden an upset happens, and you're out a few thousand all of a sudden out of nowhere. I don't even think I had the game on, to be honest. I got 6 TVs here. I can't watch every game. I don't even think I had the game on. And then a highlight popped in on the Colts game, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on over there?
24-10. Excuse me.
I think they got the team. I can't believe they got the teams wrong. Let me switch over there. It was wild.
No Gronk too.
Like he
No
barely,
Gronk.
he didn't even complete half his passes, did
He
he?
was
So-
getting beat
so-
up too. I was watching Tom Brady was getting beat up. He was on the ground a lot.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Yeah.
What?
That never happens to old Tommy B. Never happened. He tripped himself.
He tripped himself once.
Does Gronk being all banged up? I mean, I know he is every year, but does that worry you this year? that he might be done?
So I don't think he's done.
Is there a close? Here's a talk of him being done.
No.
Well, he's just so injury prone. How much longer can they?
Yeah, he's
you
glass. He's glass. I know that.
He's not glass. He's the size of a barn. Everybody gets. He's very easy to hit.
a barn made out of glass.
Wow,
He gets hurt a lot. But
That's Western Pennsylvania's finest.
the biggest problem is yesterday the stat was Brady threw it 12 times to Josh Gordon. He threw it 12 times to Julian Edelman, and then he threw it 3 times to every other receiver in total. So, you only throw it to 2 guys. One of them has a Dory Jackson on him who's pretty freaking good. You can't really win the game throwing to one wide receiver, I'd say.
Josh Gordon, by the way,
Yeah.
they're really picking up the workload for that guy.
Oh, yeah. He's figuring it out, too.
You get Gronk on the field with Josh Gordon and Edelman in there. That's quite a recipe for dominance. But of course, not against the Titans when the money line's -3.
Oh, boy.
People are saying Gronk's done.
He's not done.
Yeah,
He-
not really.
yeah.
But he just shit. When was the last time he played a full slate? Has he ever?
Yeah.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he ever has.
I don't think he ever has.
We also drafted him after he did, I think, 6 years of school. 5 of the 6 he got hurt in, too. So he's been injury prone since Arizona.
It's because he's so large and he takes so many hits. So you can't be that large in that. I mean, he's a huge target. Huge target.
Massive.
And he's very fast. So those
And he doesn't like to go down.
in those high speed collisions or something. It's his mind not thinking like Andrew Luck now. Andrew Luck
Yeah.
squirts out of bounds now. It's kind of fun to watch actually because he looks so uncomfortable doing it. He'll turn down a big shot and just run out of bounds.
Yeah.
And this past week he did, and he got a standing ovation from the crowd in Lucas Oil. The place went crazy when he did it. They're like, "Yeah, hey, we're gonna have you for a couple more games." It's like Gronk. I don't know if you can do that as Gronk because you're a tight end, so you literally can't do that.
He hates to go down. It's so aggravating. Because you also look at when Gronk came into the league, you could decleat somebody and it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But from when he's come in to now, the area of where you could hit somebody has slowly shrunk.
It would have been nice for Gronk long ago.
It would have been really nice. Because, again, TJ Ward, right after they changed that rule where you can't hit a guy up top after he catches the ball or whatever because targeting, unnecessary roughness, whatever. It's impossible to know the difference. TJ Ward came in and destroyed his right leg. I don't know if you guys remember that. I think he was still playing for Cleveland. TJ Ward, that is. And then after that, it was like, okay, there's no way Gronk can catch a ball going down a seam and not get hurt immediately because he'll get decleated below or, someone comes in, tries to clean his clock up top, and then he's got a concussion.
All right, let's move on past the Patriots. I'm already sick of talking about
Good.
it.
Me too. 2 weeks from now.
How's your NBA blogging going?
NBA is going fantastic.
I've only seen, I think, like 3 blogs.
I've done one every morning here.
You do an NBA blog every day?
Oh, yeah, except for Sundays. Well, mostly because I was still pissed about Jimmy Butler. I don't know if you heard about the Philadelphia 76ers here.
No, what happened?
Jimmy
Big
Butler,
trade.
huge trade. Jimmy Butler.
The guy that went and played pickup against that team in Minnesota and talked shit to him?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I remember
Same guy.
him from the
Remember
internet.
him. Yeah. He got traded to Philadelphia.
Oh.
Him and Karl Anthony Towns, big guy on Minnesota. He's kind of their guy. They got in a fist fight before he had to leave the locker room, obviously.
Like the day he got traded
The day
while he's
he got
cleaning up
traded.
his stuff, Karl Anthony Towns comes over and is like, "Hey, by the way, on your way out, fuck you."
Yeah, he was like, no one's going to miss you. Like, you're a bitch. And then they got into a fist fight, and then Karl Anthony Towns started crying and left the locker room.
He said, I've never seen a 7-foot tall bitch before.
Who said that?
That's what Butler said to Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. Big
Crying.
deal. Big deal.
Was he crying from laughing? Yeah.
Not Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns was crying from laughing.
No,
He
sir.
got Wiggins good too.
Who?
Jimmy Butler.
Butler.
He got a shot in at him as well.
So on his way out, while he's cleaning up his locker, is Karl Anthony Towns just sitting down? He's just like kind of icing his feet probably at his locker. Jimmy Butler's cleaning up his stuff. Hey, see you later. Hey, by the way, I ain't never seen a 7-foot tall bitch before. And then they started a fight. Like Karl Anthony Towns, just like Pat Anger, was like, "Oh, I have to fight this guy."
Yes.
Like, that's what happened.
Yes, exactly.
Jimmy
what
Butler
happened.
started it. Is what we're saying. And then what he said, "Oh, buddy,"
To Wiggins, he reportedly said, "Cut those fucking braids, you ugly fuck."
and then just left.
Oh, man.
And then got on a plane to Philadelphia.
Yeah. It was like
All
a
right, well,
dud.
see you guys later. I love that.
It's a good move, yeah. And now Philadelphia is really good. All of a sudden, basketball in the East, it's not as big of a joke as it was before.
It's true.
Yeah, probably.
Celtics.
Can you keep the Golden State Warriors under 180.
No.
Steph Curry got hurt.
Did he really?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's not playing tonight again.
Last year he got hurt and he lost his groove.
So he has terrible ankles, and they're
Yes.
saying like his entire lower body is taking the toll because of that. 'Cause
So-
what's this one, like a hamstring or something?
Yeah, something like
Because
that.
he
gets hurt every year.
He got hurt last year and then he lost his groove. He like actually hit a slump, like a
Yeah.
drought. Like
Yep.
nobody thought it was possible. I only see that because I follow the internet when they're like, Steph can't hit anything. Steph can't hit anything. And this year he started out real hot. How do they keep him hot through the injury? Is that possible? Can't.
No, it's impossible. But again, you take one of them off, and there's still 3 guys who start on that team.
Four. DeMarcus Cousins. Or if you add in DeMarcus Cousins.
If you add DeMarcus Cousins, yeah, there's still 4 guys on that team who could start for the USA team. So, like, is it that big of a deal? No, not really. But for now,
Coach Krzyzewski is the coach of the USA team, man. He just doesn't let anybody start on that team.
No.
Nope. You gotta
earn it.
You gotta earn it.
Duke yesterday too. I don't know if you saw Zion yesterday.
Oh my God.
The guy is absurd.
There was people saying that he wouldn't start for the Fab Five at Michigan.
dumb.
Jalen Rose
Really?
said that.
Jalen
That's
Rose.
insane.
There was
to
people who
say.
told me right to my face that they were a basketball expert and said that Zion couldn't play in college hoops.
He's not going to be any good in college.
He's not going to be any good. People said that to me.
He had last night. He had 27, or this was yesterday against Army on Veterans Day.
Sunday.
Two nights ago. Happy
Yep.
Veterans Day.
2 nights
by the
ago.
way.
Happy Veterans Day. 27 points. He only missed 3 shots. 16 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 blocks.
That's the big one.
He just
and
does whatever
6
he
blocks.
wants. I saw him
Whatever
volleyball spike one.
Yep.
Yes.
And I think it went into the camera. Like it was like for those in the volleyball world, the 10-foot line is the line in the middle of the court. It's 10 feet away from the net. If you get a spike in there, it's a big deal. Like that's
Big deal.
Well, because you're really high, so you have to be very high to get down there. So he literally spiked that thing 10-foot line, and then it bounced up into the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most insane things of all time. It was like a set. It was like the guy literally set him the ball on his shot. He can do that anytime he wants.
He's going to do it all year.
Yeah.
He just learned. You think that he can do that? It's like, oh, I thought this was only a high school thing.
Yeah.
I can do this against college kids.
Wait,
as well.
I'm better than you in college too.
Oh, see, everybody was telling me in my South Carolina prep school that I wasn't going to be able to do this. It turns out that this is very similar.
Yeah.
This is very, very similar. Because guess what? I'm getting coached too, by the way. So people are forgetting that goes both ways. Like, hey, Zion's also getting better because I would assume that they have one guy coaching him. Like, hey, this is how we make you the greatest player of all time because that'd be good for the Duke Blue Devils too.
He's also got 2 other guys who are top 5 recruits on the court with him at the same time.
Number one recruit.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
1, 2, and 3 are all on the same team.
AQ Shipley brought this up earlier in the show. So Coach K's got something cooking in the Calipari world.
He's doing something.
Duffel bags full of cash.
He's helping somebody out with the SATs.
So he's got to.
SATs?
Did he just say?
What are you
saying?
implying?
What are you
Whoa.
saying, Boston Connor?
Hey, we talked about Calipari. Calipari, for me, when I think about how he cheats, he had little Derrick Rose had a nice little person take.
Because we
take
thought you were
Derrick
saying that
Rose's
Zion was
SATs.
too stupid to get into Duke.
Actually, no,
That's what I
because
heard.
I think the
That's what I
opposite.
did here, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's what he
It's not
said.
his fault.
That's
but
what
yeah,
I thought.
That-
you were-
Yeah, that's what I thought he said.
I'm thinking the opposite. We saw the school Zion went to. I bet their academics are unbelievable.
Oh, so
okay?
you think it's the school he went to and not him? Wow.
Well, hey, like
You're
you
saying
said,
all the good
like,
schools
like
were
you
just
said,
brushing
hey,
through?
like you said, he has a good coach at Duke, correct? I'm sure he had a great coach or tutor at his prep school as well.
Oh,
make
now you're
him
saying that?
smarter.
Because what you said at the beginning was that Coach K had to cheat because Zion's too stupid to get in there.
Said he couldn't read.
That's
So-
what you said. You said he couldn't read.
That's what I implied.
No, that's what you said, though.
No, that's what I implied. However, what I meant was I think Zion is so smart
Yeah.
that Coach K didn't even need to help him to get into Duke.
Oh, okay.
Take away Zion's basketball,
Yeah.
he's still sitting in an 8 o'clock class in North Carolina.
Oh, you think he's just
at
student?
Duke.
He doesn't have to be
Yes.
student athlete.
Yes, he's just a
He
student.
could be Duke's student,
Yeah.
human.
Just Zion, the math major. Yeah,
That's what it sounded like you were saying.
Yeah.
that's what I
That's
mean.
exactly what you're saying.
See, that was my final thought the entire time. I just had to land the
To
plane.
get there.
Yeah, it's a long roller coaster ride. You just got to get to the end.
Sure sounded like you said something else. It's crazy that we got to that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can't
no,
believe I
yeah.
misunderstood that.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys thought that's what I meant.
Will Duke ever lose? No.
No.
No way. No way.
Everybody,
It's insane.
I don't think I've ever heard a more certain no right there.
Get him to the
It's-
league now.
Yeah,
This is the most lopsided I've ever seen a team, I think.
Coach K knew too, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
First day of practices, probably organized activities. Coach Gay's just got his like second hair dye of the month to keep that thing pristine black. He's like, man, I don't think we really have to coach shit this year, huh? Just got these 3 fucking avatars playing against these common humans out here. They are killing people. They're taller than everybody. They're faster than everybody. And even the fucking, they got the shooter on it. They even got a white shooter on the team.
Yep.
Who's taller than everybody else. And it looks like he's got hand. I don't know how they do it.
Duke's got like 3 guys on the bench who could start like anywhere else in the country.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, Kentucky hasn't looked that great so far this year.
They never do, by the way.
Kentucky, I want to go as far just because
They're a tournament team.
Yeah, and they're a team that they're one of the few that every year it's 5 new guys.
Yeah,
5 new
exactly.
guys.
Calipari doesn't coach team basketball.
I just want to let everybody know that because of the Duke team, so this is what incredible basketball does. It is making me tune into college basketball.
Yeah.
Like WVU was on the other night. I love Bob Huggins, but I've never really paid attention to the team all year round until they get to the tournament. Bob Huggins, really good tournament coach. He always finds a way to survive and advance, it seems like, even with not that great of a team. They were on the other night. I'm like, oh, I got to watch this. And then I'm watching it. I'm like, how would they do if they accidentally landed in the same group or bracket as Duke? And it's like, okay, we got a good team, though. WVU's got a gritty team. I think we're going to be good this year. But because of Duke, I'm tuning into other college basketball games. I'm just watching, like, how would this team they got no shot. Zion could go 1-on-5, I think, against this team here if he wanted to.
There's a few in the top 25, like top 25 teams in the country. And you look at from 10 to 25, I don't even think they could hold a flame to Duke.
I would like to. I would wonder if Duke might win a game by like 60 this year. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
sure.
I would slam them in that game, too. I bet one of their spreads eventually will be like -50. And I'm going to take it for sure.
They could probably, their bench could probably, if not win the Big Ten, at least get second, third. They'll be like in there with their
some noise.
With
I
their
agree
bench.
with that. Big Ten's bad this year.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, it's just a down year. Michigan State's the best team, but we're not even that great. We're still good, but not great.
Yeah, and the best recruits in the country all went to fucking
Yeah.
Duke. And if they didn't go to Duke, they went to Kentucky.
I don't think there's anybody left.
Geez, North Carolina got no shot, huh? They're completely out of the mix. What happened to them? They used to be the guy with the white hair. He dances. You see the gif of him
Roy
dancing.
Williams.
I see the gif of him dancing into the locker room.
I think they're still walking on eggshells because they know that sanctions are coming sooner
Yeah.
or later.
Oh, because they were handing out degrees to people.
Yes.
Yeah, they just won, too.
And they got former players not saying, like, yeah, I never went to class. I never had to do any homework, never wrote a they
Like they haven't gotten really a decent class since they got strong, right?
Rich Rodriguez, why weren't we doing that? Why weren't we just giving me degree? Why weren't we doing it? I mean, Rich Rod has gotten to hot water because of things that go on in his personal life. He might as well just want full thing and just give me a degree.
Screwed up the whole thing.
Just do it all. If you're going to end up getting banned anyways, which I think he kind of got blacklisted. I don't know what happened. I read a little bit of the story. I don't know all of it. But like, hey, man, why don't we give me a degree? Pat White, why don't we just give him a doctorate? Steve Slayton, give him maybe he's a dean.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Why not?
I feel like that's happening in a lot of schools.
A lot of schools.
I feel like that's happening in a lot of schools. Wasn't in West Virginia, obviously, but I would have been mad. By the way, you can't blame the players there.
No way. Well, that's the thing. If you're a player too,
Why are you coming back on and snitching on the team?
Well, that sucks. I didn't know. I people who have been through it and got those benefits. I don't know why you would go back and ruin it for everyone else, so they can't get the benefits.
That's a hater. That's just what haters.
It's what haters do.
It's what haters do.
It's like if the teacher's about to end class and you remind her that you didn't give homework out yet. How then everybody has to get homework.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you're a hater.
Yes.
Hey, bud, you're the worst.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Who's doing it?
Yeah, it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was Rashad McCants, though. He was very good when he was at UNC, but he kind of flamed out in the NBA, so I think he was just trying to get his name back into the spotlight a little bit.
So just relevance? This is a relevance snitch?
I think so.
Wow.
There's also what I don't understand is if you are one of those top of the line players, like your freshman, sophomore year, you're going to play professional sports. What is the motivation behind making them go to class? Like, why wouldn't you just start explaining real life?
It's the NCAA.
Well, and certain schools know how to get around it. Like when Greg Oden was at Ohio State, he was taking like the history of rock and roll and shit like that.
I took an athletic coaching education class. It was awesome. We watched Rocky. I missed it because I left halfway through. We had to write a little review on Rocky. and then we had to give a motivational tech or motivational paper.
Nice.
What was yours like? What were you motivating there?
Oh, I was going for it. I forget what exactly my topic was, but it was one of the ones I really enjoyed putting together.
You have a topic like a sport, or you have a topic like motivate me to eat this cereal?
Yeah, it has to be. It's like an action. It was motivate somebody to do an action. You know, it was something like ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
It was something along those lines. It might have been motivate somebody to write a paper or something. It might have been write a paper about motivating somebody to write a paper, and it was. I took it as like motivating me, like me talking to me.
Pretty. That's not bad though.
Well, I everybody got an A on the paper, but I think I actually deserved one. I thought it was pretty good.
Well, your motivation was so good that you wrote a paper. Yeah, you wrote a paper. That's how good it was.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. Athletic coaching education, solid. Anything else to talk about, Connor? How was the week? You lost your phone?
Yeah, I lost my phone.
Where'd you lose your phone at?
Good question.
I'll let you know when I find it. But I actually watched. Todd started it, but I watched the new movie on Netflix, The Outlaw King.
What's that about?
It's Braveheart 2.
Yep.
Really?
Picks
Yes.
up right where Wallace gets executed.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like
What happens right after that?
yeah, like know how at the end of Braveheart he's getting tortured.
Absolutely not.
You've never seen Braveheart?
I haven't either.
Couldn't even
Of
guess.
the movies, I assumed that you've seen Braveheart.
They may take our lives,
Yes.
but they will never take our freedom.
Yeah.
You get it.
I've seen about 500 highlight tapes of those at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've seen that particular
That
scene
part.
no less than 200 times.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
So it's the second.
But I
it's-
get it, yeah.
It's the sequel. Like the movie
Scotland, right?
Scotland. Movie starts and William Wallace isn't even dead yet.
It's even got some of the same actors.
Yeah, it's got some of the same actors in it.
Is William Wallace in it?
No, he's
No.
not. The only
They can
time,
afford Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's only Netflix, okay?
Mel Gibson.
They're just starting to make movies.
Netflix is investing $80 billion in things.
Yeah,
insane.
they got plenty.
By the way, I talked about this on the show earlier with who was in here for it? Diggs was in it for a little bit, and then these guys back here.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins, I'm not your guru. Go and strap in for 2 hours of life change.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that
That
good?
good?
Well, we'll talk. We have a full conversation coming up after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin a conversation later.
All right.
People will stick around for
Yeah.
the Tony
I'll
Robbins.
take a look at it. What is it again?
Tony Robbins, I am not your guru. We're going to talk about it right now. We'll take out the
Yeah.
later conversation. I would like to talk to you guys about it.
All right.
Tony Robbins is a self-help guy. He's Gary V, but on a much larger scale.
Okay.
Much larger scale. And I thought he was this big self-help Jesus thumper, like go do God, go do God.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
does this. Have you witnessed the power of the Lord in front of you? I thought that's what he was.
Yeah.
Because he's so massive. He's like Joel Osteen. I feel like he's
Okay.
in my head. But no, he's not. He swears at people, tells them to go to like basically, I'm that motherfucker, he says to people. and
Man
stuff.
up.
Nice.
Yeah. He yells at people.
Okay.
He's charging people $4,995 for 6-day self-help seminars.
Wow.
Wait,
2,500 people were there in Palm Beach, Florida. 2,500 people paid $4,995 for a 6-day self-help convention led by Tony Robbins.
Really?
I am
That's
not your
not
guru.
real.
Tony Robbins is the Netflix documentary about it.
So
much money.
you pay that much for a 6-day experience with this guy. So this 2-hour documentary, or is it a special?
It's like 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's a documentary. It basically
Okay.
covers the entire 6-day. I think it's called Date with Destiny is what he calls it. So it's a 6-day date with Destiny with Tony Robbins. $4,995 a person, not $5,000. $4,995 a person.
Yes.
2,500 people made $12.4 million in 6 days. No big deal. Goes out there and he's doing it in the trenches, asking people what their problems are. It's a Q&A sesh. He's giving all the A's. They got all the Q's.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
That
you
guy has got the world by the fucking tail.
So
Yeah,
he's built up so many businesses. I guess his
many
businesses are worth $6 billion. His businesses are worth $6 billion. So he has been there, done that when it comes to businesses. Now he speaks in like 74 countries, self-helping the shit out of people. It is wild to watch.
Did he play football somewhere?
He's a big dude. I don't know.
He's a giant
Had
person.
to have.
He's a big dude.
big?
At some point in his life, I think he played football.
Yeah.
But man, this guy is crushing. When he claps, he doesn't touch his hands together. He doesn't want to. I don't know what the deal is. He doesn't touch his hands.
make
Howie
the
Mandel?
sound?
He does like
know what that
he
guy-
does like a handshake to the crowd to get their energy up at the beginning, and then he does clapping along, but he doesn't let his hands touch. I don't know. It was something I noticed early in the film, and it really freaked me out the whole time.
I don't get how. So does he stay with them, or is it activities throughout the day? Is it people just come in and listen to him talk? Like, what's the whole?
So yeah, he goes up on it. They go into like little breakout groups where Tony
Okay,
Robbins has
okay.
little mentors that go in there and talk to the people. Everybody, when they sign up, the 2,500 people, they give all the information about them. So it's like he knows the possible red flags in the room. He knows everything about everybody basically when they have them. It's general admission though, so everybody sprints in and tries to get to the front row
seats,
of
yeah.
the concert. You want to be front row at the concert for sure.
Yeah.
Get the most interaction. But he literally. They have breakout meetings and then they come back into the big room where he comes on the stage. He does this thing before he goes on the stage every time, like behind the scenes. They have him backstage, you know, and he does like this little half spin move before he goes and pounds his chest and then goes on the stage. It's awesome. And he just goes out there for like 4 hours and just does Q&As with people, basically. Gets out in the crowd and just like, it's insane.
Changing lives.
Does he have like workers with him that people will go out, like when they branch out in groups?
Yes.
Are there other motivators
Oh, yeah.
around pumping
They're little
people
Tony
up?
Robbins. They're little Tony
Little
Robbins.
Tonys?
They're little Tonys. Yeah. They're tones.
Yeah, little tones.
Little tones. Little tones taking them into their groups and they all do breakout things.
Little tones setting the big tone, if you will.
Yeah, they let the big tone know if there's anything going on. So he's there from like 10 in the morning till 11:30 at night. And as soon as he goes right home. They plan the next day with the little tones.
Yeah.
All the little tones are around. He plans the next day, goes to bed. Next morning, wakes up, does all this whole meditation thing at his house on Palm Beach. Looks like it could be 21 bedroom.
Yeah.
Looks like it could be a
that's what I pictured.
21 bedroom place on the ocean with this incredible pool view. It's amazing.
Little tones are down at the Motel 6
yeah.
down the road.
I think they're definitely outside the gate.
Outside the gate, yeah.
Little tones are outside the gate.
Yeah.
He does his full meditation thing in the morning, hops in a SUV backseat, by the way. He's not driving.
Nice.
No.
I'm at the point now I'm not driving.
yeah, he's got a driver. He has a driver.
I get car sick, by the way. I'm worried about that part of my life when I'm supposed to be driven. Whenever I get to that state of wealth, it's going to be very difficult for me because I get car sick. Going to need a lot of Dramamine. Well, somebody write that down. Foxy, write that down. When I get to the chauffeur
Stage.
the chauffeur chapter,
Chauffeur, yep.
that I'm going to need Dramamine.
On deck.
Stat.
Got
Thank
it.
you. So as soon as he gets out of his meditation thing, he showers, he gets in the back of an SUV. They arrive at this place. He gets out of the car, mic'd up right onto the stage.
Really?
Stephen A.
Out of the yes, Stephen A. Smith, exactly. Out of the car, mic'd up, goes to the back. They do like a quick, like as he's walking, they do like a, this was what happened this morning, this what happened this morning, this what happened this morning. He goes, thank you. Then he hits his little fake half spin move, pounds his chest, and then he's right out there just giving the love, the energy to the people.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome.
like the spirit finger hello, by the way.
It's a hand shake. He shakes his hand, rattles them. It's like it's like he's got two rattles in his hands,
yeah.
and he's rattling them open palm though at the crowd.
I wonder if he can't clap because of his mic.
That's
I wonder
what
if
I'm
it pops
thinking.
peaks his mic.
It's got to be.
You should write
But I
a,
haven't seen it, so I don't know how it looks.
Well, he needs to figure out a way to not clap the way he claps. The only negative thing I would say about Tony Robbins, the entire thing, is the way he claps.
You know what you need to do?
It freaked me out.
You need to write a motivational paper on how to clap for him.
Yeah, I do.
Because that's exactly what a motivator would need. A motivator who is getting motivated by another motivator.
Who motivates the motivator? You know?
It's a great question.
Well, he would have the answer. It would,
Yeah.
Well, my inner drive of not letting down the younger me who had big dreams is what he would say. And then he would tell me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
That's Tony Robbins is the truth.
My motivator is me tomorrow. That's who my motivator is.
If we ever get a chance to have Tony Robbins in his building, I don't think we can afford it. We're going to have to be at least a medium-sized business. At this point.
Okay. Oh, whoa.
We
That's
would
a massive step from a small business.
That's what I'm saying, though. We would have to at least make our way to medium-sized business to get Tony Robbins in here.
Goodness.
I think we definitely take advantage of that opportunity.
Imagine the private sessions he does get. I bet like he's probably spoken at Facebook, Google. That's probably $1 million to go do that.
He's made so much money in his businesses that now he's just making money because he made money.
Right.
He's making money to motivate himself to make money.
He can't stop it. He
Can't
just
stop.
keeps making money.
74
It's a
countries.
machine at this point.
74
74?
countries he speaks in. He's got a place in Fiji. I guess he goes and speaks in Fiji. I don't know what the deal is. All these self-help people are leaving the country. Gary Vee went and did something over in like Bangkok or something like that.
They pay him crazy money over there to do shit.
Who does?
I bet you. Like the whole Mayweather thing really was a bunch of rich people in Japan wanted a private 3-round fight between those two. So they were going to, and Mayweather even said, he's like, yeah, I thought they were offering me a gross amount of money to go over there and fight in front of 200 people. 200 rich people. That's what I was told.
Right.
So that happens all the time in other countries, like oil people.
How do we get in there?
Japanese.
Boys.
Just paying millions for dumb shit.
We got to start doing our international appearances. We got to start raising our booking fee for international appearances. From now on, none of us, you included, Foxy,
Awesome.
go to another country and speak unless they're giving us $1 million.
Yes.
Okay.
We've all decided that?
Yep.
Yep.
I wrote it
Just
down.
did.
Canada doesn't count, neither does Mexico.
Yeah, they're our neighbors. It's different.
Non-North American countries will only take $1 million.
Yeah.
I think that's fair,
I
by
think
the
that's
way.
a good policy, too. I think it's where you
Absolutely.
cut it off geographically.
Yeah, I think for us, we only take $1 million. That seems right. Like if they're going to pay Connor $1 million to go speak in Bangkok, Connor goes and does that.
I'll do it. Fine. $1 less.
$999,000? No way.
See you next year.
chance.
No, thank you.
You know what? I need you to find that extra 1,000
Yeah.
because we're about 1,000 short
Yep.
of what we need.
That's the difference between old sweatpants me and new jeans me.
Speaking of,
You're buying new jeans me.
if this motivator comes in, you will see me in the worst outfit I have had on all year. I swear.
I couldn't even fathom what Tony Robbins would do to this office. He would pick. It's like he's the John Taffer of humans. Shut it
That's
down.
a great way to put it.
He's the
That's
John
what he
Taffer of
is.
humans, is what he is. Everybody who asks a question at a seminar I watched for over 2 hours, I think they all regret asking a question. They ask a question with the hopes, I think, of it being somebody else's fault, whatever their problem is. Tony Robbins is not scared to bring that Thor hammer right in your fucking face. No, this is 100% your fault. This is your fault. And then explains to you why. And he's like, are we trying to get better or not? Huh, fucker? Are we trying to get better or not?
Motherfucker.
How motherfucker? He's like 2 inches away from their face too while he's saying this.
Really?
In this one shot,
I like this guy.
I'm very worried that it was staged because it got me right in my feels. It was about 2:30 a.m. I was pretty vitamined up, you know.
Naturally.
And this guy said he wanted to kill himself to Tony Robbins.
Oh.
Tony Robbins turned it into basically your future. You haven't even started yet. Do you believe me? And the guy was like, yeah. He was like, do you fucking believe me or not? And he goes, like, yeah. He's like, you know I wouldn't fuck around with you, right? And the guy, I'm like, Tony, this guy just said he wanted to kill himself a minute and a half ago. Now you're swearing in his face. Now you're swearing in this guy's face. Because Tony basically told him, like, yeah, you got a lot left in you. And then the guy was like, oh, I don't know. And then Tony Robbins was like, oh, I got to kick this into high gear here. I got to start swearing at this guy. So he gets it through. And then the guy smiled and he was like, okay, thank you. He's like, no problem. And then Tony walks off.
Yeah.
The rest of the crowd lifts that guy up on the shoulders like Rudy. Gets a whole chant about him.
What?
Tony Robbins does the point with the thumbs up off in the distance. It was like a real moment. I was like, this guy 3 minutes ago wanted to kill himself. Then he gets sweared at by Tony Robbins, and then now he's getting carried out like Rudy. This guy's awesome.
He can turn it on and save lives on demand. Probably when they went on break, when in the break-off groups, he probably yelled at all these staff, like, who let the fucking suicide case in here?
No, they look for that. By the way, there's a whole meeting. They look for that. They look for the red flags. I think that's how he found the guy.
So is it like a note card kind of submission with your $49.50?
I think it's a full pamphlet that you fill out. Like I think it's like
Some sort of questionnaire or
Yeah,
something.
it's like
Paying? Okay.
$4,995. I think you're filling out a full pamphlet.
What's this guy's motto? It's got to be, I will change your life.
No, I'm
Right?
not your guru. That's what it is. I'm not your guru is the title of the Netflix thing. I'm not your guru. I'm just here to help you find you, basically.
Huh.
I'm in on Tony Robbins.
He's a guru while saying he's not your guru.
Well, I think that's the.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point there.
Yeah, how about you?
Hey, I just watched Don't Mess with the Zohan, so I'm very in
your
between
IQ
on the
dropped,
go. Yeah,
right?
I'm very in between on guru talk. Okay.
Yeah, you're such a dummy.
Hey, intellectual idiot, I think is what it is.
Speaking of Tony Robbins, me, Diggs, and who?
Zito.
Zete had a Tony Robbins situation earlier. I was trying to lead the boys. Here it is. I love him. I love Tony Robbins. This guy's making $12.4 million in 6 days.
He has like this
Tony.
compound in Fiji.
I only really liked him in
Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal.
$12.4 million in 6 days.
He's a guru.
He's not your guru.
No, I said he is a guru.
No, he's not your guru. That's actually what it's called. I'm not your guru. Tony Robbins. He goes, I'm not going to tell you what works. We're going to figure it out together. That's what we're in this for. Dicks. Don't fuck around with Tony Robbins.
I would never even go talk to him.
I think I'm signing us all up for a Tony Robbins thing. Because it's a lot of businesses sending their employees, so I think I'm going to send you guys to a Tony Robbins thing.
The guy who made Winnie the Pooh?
What was that?
The guy who made Winnie the Pooh?
He's not getting in this fucking brain.
Your brain or Zito's brain?
I don't think you get in either of ours.
The one and only Tony Robbins. A real honor to have you here on Good Day New York. So we started talking about CeCe Sabathia, who announced that he's an alcoholic.
Yes.
We just started asking Tony about whether you drink or not, and let's pick up that conversation.
Yeah, so we found out you don't drink, and there's
I'm not
a good
against
reason.
drinking in any way. Yeah.
But those who want that buzz, want that high, where else can they get it? What do you suggest?
Well, we were just saying that, both my parents were alcoholics, so it's not like I'm against drinking. It's just the way they behaved at that point was kind of abusive, and kind of was very abusive, and so I didn't want to be part of that. But we all want to be able to change the way we feel. That's what I spend my life showing people how to do. And what most people don't know is emotion is created by motion. The way you move determines the way you feel. You have 80 different muscles in your face, 80. For most people, this is the largest area of unemployment in the country. They use the face the same way. They feel the same emotions over and over and over again. So what I was saying is I have this deal with myself called priming. Every day, I say, look, you got to have 10 minutes for yourself. If you don't have 10 minutes for yourself, you don't have a life. And I'm not going to hope I feel good. I just got back 6 countries in 12 days. I was in India 2 days ago.
Wow.
And I woke up here feeling like somebody ran me over with a truck.
But you got yourself psyched up.
But the way I did it is I do this process. It's 10 minutes. I put some music on. I do this massive change in my breathing, so it radically changes the way I feel. And then I do this 3-step process. First, I do 3 minutes of gratitude, where I think of 3 things I'm really grateful for, and I associate. I don't think of it over there. I feel it. And the reason is, when you're grateful, you can't be worried. You can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. And anger and fear are what screw people up most in their relationships, in their life, in their business. So I wire myself. I was saying to you that most people want to be happy, but their habit is to be worried or pissed off or frustrated or stressed. And so they've got a highway to stress and they got a dirt road to happiness.
Oh.
So I wire myself. I've got a highway to gratitude, which changes all your emotions. And then I do a 3-minute process of kind of a prayer for my family and friends. And then I do a 3-minute process of the top 3 things I want to accomplish. I see it as done.
That's
and I
9
feel
minutes.
it. I'm done in 10 minutes. And sometimes I go 20. But my deal is 10, so there's no excuse not to do it.
You know what? I think it's a great way to kind of set the tone for the day.
It does. It changes. Listen, we've all had times when you snapped at somebody and you felt bad because it wasn't them, it was the state you're in, right? Well, there's no excuse for that. If you prime yourself, you set yourself up. They've done studies where they go to people and they have a man walk up to you and say, could you hold this for me? He hands you a cup of coffee. It's an actor. And then he takes them out of his pocket. Then he takes it back and says, thank you. 100 people, they do it with iced coffee. 100 people do it with hot coffee. 45 minutes later, another actor comes by and says, listen, we're doing this little test. For $5, would you read this 3 paragraphs and answer 3 questions? Most people say yes. It's a little story. The questions are about the character. What's the character like? 80% of the people that got iced coffee say the person is cold and mean.
Wow.
81% of the people that got hot coffee say the person is warm and gentle or nice. That's how much we can be primed by our environment. We think we're just feeling what we're feeling, but our environment, if we don't take control of our environment, it takes control of us.
He watches bull way too much. And he's cut from the same cloth.
Pretty
as
easy
Gary
not
Vee.
to be fucking angry or worried when you make fucking $12 million a week, Tony. I can't relate to this motherfucker, anything he says. Can't do it. Can't do it. Life's easy when you're that fucking rich.
Hashtag endgame, hashtag endgame. Send me a photo of what you would buy if you made $12.4 million in 6 days. Have an incredible Tuesday. You're the best. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.